on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
Warming up as we head into a new week today. Look for temperatures right around 68 degrees with mostly sunny skies. For tonight, clear skies with those temperatures dipping down close to 40 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offer to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. on Fox Sports 910.
Nesserling sends it across and Bukestad scores. And the Wild find themselves down 2. Zucker's cross-ice pass. Bukestad fires and scores, and that's the hat trick for Nick Bukestad, the former Wild winger. What a night for him coming back into the building that was his home building.
We're going to rely on our corners and our secondary have come through time and time again, but they can't keep letting Aaron Jones run this down their face.
Fake it to him here. Love, back foot, has a man wide open. It's going to be caught by Musgrave, racing towards the end zone. He is in.
What a weekend it was when it comes to local sports as well as the NFL and NFL playoffs. We're an hour away from the Bills Mafia taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, as that is getting underway in about an hour and a half from Buffalo. Tonight, it's Eagles at Tampa to take the Buccaneers, hopefully. And we got a lot to talk about today, so we welcome you in here to the CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Got you for the next 3 hours, as yes, we are working today, unlike all the other local radio stations that went national today. But we said, hey, we need to be here today. We got a lot to talk about. It goes from everything from going on in Tucson with Jed Fish taking the Washington job and who's going to fill that hole to just all the dominoes that are falling today and with players announcing on the final day for the NFL draft. So we have just so much to get into. So let's just dive right into it. Let's start locally with the Phoenix Suns as Devin Booker dropped 34. As they cruised by the Trailblazers. They did struggle a little bit in that fourth quarter. They had a big lead. I think they were up by 17 at one point, and then just kind of let the Portland Trailblazers come in. But, hey, we saw the big three, and this is what we want to see. 34 by Booker. Beal had 23. Durant had 21, and that is their second straight win. 21-18. They'll return home tomorrow to face the Sacramento Kings.
And one thing you look at is that they've scored, out of the last two games, on average, 82 points out of the big three. And I think, Jimmy, you and I talked about a while back, if they need about 75-ish to 80, would be on par. 84, 86 the last game, 84 last night. So you look at it and you go, okay. But I never felt like they were in danger in that fourth quarter, not like before, because of just how aggressive they were on the boards and how aggressive they were as far as attacking the rim, and then their shooting has really come to life for this Suns team.
You know, when we had the discussion about they need to find themselves some sort of point guard, they still need to. That when they play against really good teams, that will be a glaring area where you will see a need still. But with you're playing against the Portland Trailblazers, a team that they're all about the same age as Jacks, they're going to have an opportunity to win that game, even though it's a road game. Portland is lousy. We all know that. It's all young kids. They're all trying to figure it out, and that's a good win. You go into their building, and you get the W, which is what you were supposed to do in Portland.
But I still think it's still an issue with this team in the fourth quarter. I mean, they have such strong third quarters, but in that fourth quarter, like I mentioned to start the show, they were up by 17 at one point, and then the Trailblazers narrowed that to just 4 points, and then you had seen a little bit of a good run there late when they went on that 10-2 run, which they never turned back.
That's a lapse in concentration by the Suns players that are on the court. it's also, once again, going back to that point guard issue where when you have that comfortable lead and then all of a sudden, everybody in the NBA, you guys know this, every team makes a run. They all do. They all make a run. And what Rock just alluded to, they made a run in the fourth quarter last night, and the Suns struggled to finally overcome that. They finally got a basket and then kind of pulled away again at the end. But once again, it's having a leader who can get you into your offensive sets on the court, and that's how important that is, especially in the fourth quarter.
Busy slate for the NBA today. Martin Luther King Day, 11 games on the schedule. They've been going since 11 o'clock today with the Sixers and Rockets going at it. Staying with basketball over the weekend, the Wildcats not going well down there as they dropped in the rankings once again as they fell to Washington State up in Pullman 73-70. They're now 12-4, 3-2 in the pack. They will host USC on Wednesday. GCU trounced Tarleton State 74-48. Guys, they've extended their streak now to 13 in a row, 16-1 on the season. They'll host Utah Valley on Thursday, so watch out for the Lopes.
I think more than anything, it's nice to see them get a lot of love. Channel 10 had a big story on them, which deservedly so. And to see a lot of the local kids that are playing on that team, I think is really good. And not only with the winning, but that helps as far as the recruiting is concerned and where Coach Drew has got this team where they have right now. And to go in there and blow the doors off of these teams, hopefully you can continue that as they get deeper in conference play.
It's too bad that the conference that they're in right now, meaning the WAC, is so weak.
It is.
It's really weak this year. So not on the national scale where you're hoping they get some play, it's just not there yet because they are pounding the opposition, and everybody says, "Well, you haven't played anybody," and so that's going to be a factor.
Yeah, it will be when you get to the tournament.
There you go.
Yeah, you could get out of their conference, and then damn, they could just get beat in the first round.
What is the PPI, the RPI score that they'll look at? RPI score that they'll look at. I think that's one of the things. But they can't control who they play or don't play.
Correct.
Just go win the conference.
That's it.
Get it going away and just getting there. At that point, then you proved if you can hang with the big boys one way or the other. We see a lot of teams have done that.
And here's the sad part. If indeed this happens, and certainly we don't want it to, but when they get into the conference tournament, if they were to get upset like in the finals, they most likely will not get in because of how weak the conference schedule is.
I think you're right. That's a good point.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
There you go.
With that conference.
I just want to say, I know we're only 8 minutes into the show, but you're on your A game today, Jimmy. I mean, you may have exhausted all your words for the show in this first 7-8 minutes of the program.
I'll just chill out. I'll just chill.
I'm just impressed. I mean, you don't even have a Red Bull in front of you.
Yeah,
I mean, I just got
here.
Oh, you do? Oh, do you mix it in something? Oh, okay.
Wait, don't share it on the air, Rock. We're on the air. FCC regulation.
Jimmy's on the ball today.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. I come walking in. I make the order for the coffee and all the good stuff. And I said, I'll be right back to get it. All of a sudden, Jimmy's like, hey, I'll get it. He's right behind me.
I was.
So I pay for I get it. So he got everything
did
early.
You get a good night's sleep, buddy? I mean, seriously, you are like on another wavelength today.
Are you serious? Really?
I mean, honest. Why would I bring that up in the beginning of the show? I should do that. Yeah. Let's hold this and let's tag this on the show, the tape, okay?
Fair
because
enough.
this could change. You could just get way out of hand here next hour.
Jimmy, Jim, pace yourself.
Because I know Shoe's keeping notes back in the studio.
Pace yourself.
Hey, wow, that is true, Danny. All right, down in Arizona, Jedd Fish, no surprise. We thought maybe he'd go to the NFL. I thought maybe if New England wasn't going to give, Mayo the job, Jedd Fish was going to be a candidate. But even when I saw the headline at first, I said, oh, the Commanders? And then I'm like, oh, no way. Yeah, wow. He's going to Washington. 7-year, $54.3 million contract. I mean, that's an average of about 7.5 per season. And taking over a hell of a squad. He's got a lot of good players that are staying. And what he did down in Arizona, it's just a shame for what he did down in Tucson. You turn a program around. I mean, he literally turned it around. I don't know about you. I know Washington's a better job, but when it comes to where you live and just the fact that you wake up with the sun every day and you can be a big fish in a little pond.
Yeah.
Why won't somebody just stay at Tucson and just run that program for a long time?
Well, when they double your salary, Rock, that tends
I know
to
it's
be,
money, and Arizona's having their financial problems.
I agree with you. I think that the way the NIL's taken things and the way that things have gone is we'll probably see this, moving forward. And Jackson talked to us about before the show is that with Nick Saban's retirement, them going after the best of the best, and with Kalen DeBoer now taking that, there's a backfill there. Pro football, the losses, there's those backfill jobs, and I'm happy for Jetfish, but I'm like you. I like to see guys and players stay at their school so those alumni and those fans have a contiguous group of young men and coaches for 3 or 4 years for the players, and then for the coaches to stick around. That's just not going to happen anymore.
Yeah, and you do see a lot of coaches, they'll stay at the MAC schools for a while, and they're waiting for that great opportunity. The guy I want you to watch out for is Jason Candle at Toledo. The guy won a couple MAC titles there. I was fortunate to play golf with him last year, and he said how much he loved it here and has friends here, and even has acquaintances down in Tucson. I'm sure his name's going to come up. The Liberty coach will come up. Troy Calhoun at Air Force will come up. UNLV, another guy. Hey, how about Justin Wilcox from Cal? I mean, it's a good job. I mean, it really is. Unfortunately, to your point, Manuch, they just don't have the money to pay the kids.
And you think you leave it in good hands, right? Well, you don't know where the cupboards are going to be full or bare because now the players are they have the right to make a decision to go in the portal. Now that the coach is moving on or the coach is coming in. So a lot of those players might follow Jed, might follow Kalen DeBoer. And that's the sad thing because now you're almost like, you feel like it's like almost kind of like the quasi NFL with their cap space. You want to keep guys for so long, and then they move on, and it's almost like, okay, you think they'd have a great year. Now you may have to rebuild. You don't know until you get on campus.
I applaud Jed for what he had done in Tucson. Did a fabulous job, and I get the idea why he went to Seattle. Remember, guys, he was an assistant coach with the Seahawks, so he's very familiar with the Seattle area. But the thing that got my panties in a bunch was when he sent out his tweet saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." He didn't even say, "I'm sorry. I'm heartbroken. I feel bad." No, you
just be honest with these kids. Got a better opportunity to make more money. Plain and simple.
I got a contract that's going to pay me $7.75 million a year. I'm going to go live in a really nice city in Seattle. Yeah, it rains 9 months out of the year, but I've been there before and I like it. So that's why I'm leaving. Why can't they just say that?
I agree. Top headlines are brought to you this hour by the Big Game Viewing Party right here at Casino Arizona. It's in the showroom. It's the Big Game Viewing Party on February 11th. You can win your share of the cash just for watching the game. As if the football frenzy isn't enough, we'll be sweetening the deal with exciting giveaways. Each attendee, everybody who comes in, got to have your player's reward card. You'll be issued a square after each quarter, and you'll get cash based on the score of the game. You also got the jackpot, kickoff jackpot, which will start over $3,000. Jersey giveaways, propositions. Again, the jackpot will start at over $3,000. And this is, believe it or not, at least my 25th year of partnering with Casino Arizona. Manuch is right up there, almost 20. Free admission. Again, you just got to have your Salt River rewards card, and that's free when you're here anyway. So doors open at 3, so make plans to be here, and you can bet it. Coming up, it's our NFL Sounds of the Weekend right here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino Arizona.
In the fast lane of life, your fuel should keep up. Time to check out G2G protein bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether it's a workday, gym session, or navigating daily chaos, G2G has got you covered. Find them now at your local Costco in the refrigerated section, or explore all 8 fantastic flavors at G2GBar.com. Great tasting and packed with protein, so keep pace with life in the fast lane with G2G protein bars.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sports Hey Rock CAZ Sports Bar at Casino Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
Whether you're driving for distance, pitching for precision, or putting to win it all, come to Vans Golf Shop to get custom fit for all your clubs throughout your bag. Hit a few balls and let our team show you the latest swing technology and data that will help optimize your game. Having each club tailored to become your gamers will help you start shooting lower scores. Let Vans Golf Shops help you make every shot the perfect one. Come in and get custom fit today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. Locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota. Just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, buck there, here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-Do.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Progressive presents 10 things on a plumber's to-do list that are harder than getting a small business insurance quote. Waking up for 5 a.m. plumbing disasters, finding out why water is pouring from the ceiling while telling a customer to leave the room, replacing a pipe in a home from the 1800s, then dealing with invoices or your awkward apprentice or that really weird smell, and then there's breathing and eating and, of course, clogs. But the easiest thing on any small business owner's to-do list, seeing if you could save on the business insurance that's right for you. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook.
Does Rock want his press conference clip on the back of his pick, or does he want him separate?
Paradise. You are locked in
for his dumb plays of the weekend. Does he want his two sounds separate or together?
Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Okay.
Meant for mornings. The Drive with Jody Ayler. Listen tomorrow, 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
You're hot.
Hope you having a great Monday. Many of you are off today. We decided, hey, got a lot to talk about.
A lot.
And we got to do it more on a Monday when there's a holiday because Jimmy really brings his A game.
Sure does, man.
I mean, I did not expect, wide awake Jimmy today. So it's good
as
stuff.
Opposed to what?
So blowouts were on the menu for the wild card weekend this past week as we had lopsided victories. It started on Saturday as the Texans throttled the Browns, while the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs, they thumped the Dolphins 26-7 at Arrowhead. However, the biggest surprise came yesterday when the Packers, they marched into Arlington. They absolutely embarrassed the Dallas Cowboys 48-32, which for me, being such a big Cowboy fan, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And the nightcap was by far the best game of the weekend as the Lions edged the Rams. And we were out here at the CAZ Sportsbook, and I know Jax can kind of expand on this, but I was on the Rams, and I was getting a little nervous there, but then I felt good when they had the ball late. At least the spread was 3, and I was like, okay, I'm going to at least win this game, even though I wanted the Rams to win, but I won the money instead, so that was good. But we have a pair of games tonight. We'll get into a little bit, but some of the sounds of the weekend we're going to give you, I should say, a hit from all 4 games. When I say hit, some of the best sound from the weekend and the NFL wildcard.
that is arguably the best environment I've ever been in. That was absolutely electric. And I think what's crazy is I was coming down for pregame warm-up, and you could just feel it. It was humming. The building was humming. And I swear you could feel the electricity down the tunnel from where I was coming down. And it only just grew from there. So, man, our fans showed up in a big way. That was clearly, and I thought, man, for 2 years now, that building's been rocking. It was different today. That was a whole nother level, which is what the playoffs are all about. So our fans showed up in a big way. They helped us win this game.
On the fake, Love zips it in there. It's caught for the touchdown, Romeo Doubs.
Goes from the 3, direct snap. Pacheco fakes the pitch, bounces left into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Flacco. Pressure comes, gets rid of it. It's picked off. Steven Nelson takes it away, and he's looking to go the other way. Nelson has a convoy down the sideline. Touchdown.
There you have it, our sounds of the weekend, and the blowouts, as I mentioned, headline the wild card weekend. But a great weekend of football, just because it's great to have playoff football. But again, the big story is Dallas, and will McCarthy be fired or not? I think it's pretty clear he will. I know they had meetings 11, 12 o'clock their local time there in Dallas, and I'm sure something will happen either later today or tomorrow. There could be the possibility that the NFL is saying, hey, hold off until tomorrow. We got 2 playoff games today. We don't want you to make an announcement, while these games is going to take away from the 2 games, which arguably could be what the NFL is doing.
You watch the Cowboy game and you see Jordan Love just take his game to another level.
It's
now,
my MVP of the year.
10 games now without any kind of a turnover or pick. And you see
he had one. He has one. He had one interception out of 20-something.
Yeah, it was limited. But, I mean, he's just all of a sudden, that's why you stick with your top draft choice from, 4 years ago. You nurture him, and all of a sudden he struggled early in the year. Now these last 8, 9, 10 games.
Since the bye week.
Yeah, he's really honed in. I know with LaFleur, he said he kind of backed off on the playbook a little, let him kind of catch his breath, and they got into it. This was a 7th seed, guys, to go in there. I think it's the first 7th seed.
Since 2000.
Yeah, for a long time. But I think when you watch the Cowboys, it's like, here you go again. It's like they got this defeatist attitude. Packers go down as pound the ball, play action, big pass, 3rd down completion. I mean, they get down, and then, when you look at the interception by Prescott, you kind of go, this team just doesn't know how to take control in the playoffs and win a game. Is it coaching? Is it the players? Is it the mentality? Is it the quarterback? That's why when you hear Jerry Jones say he's undecided, I think that's an exit for McCarthy. And if you go grab somebody, if you got a quarterback, which you feel you do, that knows how to win with the quarterback, I would think that's Bill Belichick. But here's the key. How much general manager-ish situations does he give up to Bill Belichick? Who knows how to get it done?
I thought Belichick was going to be the new head coach on the sidelines when they came out for the second half. Yeah, Manuch,
could have been.
It could have been. I have a question for you here. All right, so you referenced Jordan Love and how good he has been. All right, so when they first drafted him, they traded up to get him. Everybody downplayed it, said, oh, that's a bad pick. Then we never saw him. Then the next year, he's sitting behind Rodgers again. Rodgers got dinged a couple times. He got in, didn't play very well. Terrible pick. What in the hell the Packers are doing? Finally, after Rodgers leaves, Jordan Love, and you talked about his struggles at the beginning of the year. So my question to you is, as a former player in the NFL, how do you know as a player when that light bulb goes on and you've got it as a QB?
Well, you got to play, number one. I think they allowed him to sit for a couple of years. That's
a good answer there, Manuch. No wonder why you're a quarterback whisperer. You got to get into the game. You got to get in.
The reps matter. Okay. I don't care what he says. You can't throw a rookie in there.
You got to play.
You have to be in there playing in order to get comfortable, to learn it. Go through the ups and downs. He went through a lot of ups and downs, did he not?
Yeah.
So he's learned.
He looks great, though.
And he's learned. So now he's comfortable. Now he sees it. Now he knows the offense. He's making the reads. But listen, he had the luxury of sitting behind one of the best of all time for a couple of years to understand what's going on.
All right, we got a new segment. We got a new segment we got to dive into right now. Our G2G bar, the new protein bar now available at Costco, one of our great new partners. And what this is each week we are going to give you the dumbest plays of the week or the dumbest player of the week. And we feel, hey, if he had a protein bar, a G2G protein bar, he would have been fine. So let's get it started there, Shu.
Only has one catch on 4 targets. Open. 2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage. Touchdown.
I sucked tonight. No, that was it. As I said, got it going a little bit late, but none of that mattered at that point.
Yeah, I'm going with Dak Prescott, 2-5 in 7 career playoff games. Out of 169 playoff QBs with at least 1 win, only 7 have a worse winning percentage than him. 2 wins. How about that?
Shoot, fire off, big fella. I'm going to go to Kansas City.
They run it.
5 Tua puts it up high and intercepted. It's Mike Edwards in the back, coming up with the pick.
You're down 7-zip, about 4 minutes left that first quarter. You're driving 3rd down and 5. Cannot turn the football over. Number one, cardinal sin for a quarterback. You cannot throw the ball high across the middle. You had man underneath, zone behind him. Tua's got to understand you've got to take care of the football, especially in playoff games. Throwing off his back foot, had a little pressure at that point. If you feel the pressure, you don't feel comfortable in making that throw across the middle, then you throw it away or take the sack because you gave up outstanding field position. They go down, get the field goal. Your defense holds them, make it 10-zip. Extremely difficult hole when it's about 0 degrees outside.
All right, we all know Rock's favorite rock artist is Ricky Martin. There was a great parody called Livin' La Vida Flacco, and it was highly entertaining, and it played all over Cleveland, and it was done very well. But it proclaimed how good Flacco is and how they were going to go to Houston and win. Uh-oh, there's a problem, like right here.
They run it. Flacco dials it up. Picked off again. Christian Harris is going to go. Back-to-back pick sixes. Houston, you have no problem with this defense.
That was a great call. And look, I think a lot of people felt that Cleveland's defense was going to have an effect on that young Houston offensive set. Manuch, what the hell? They had no effect on that team.
Well, again, the running game set up the passing game play action. They gave C.J. Stroud a lot of time in the pocket, and they neutralized that Cleveland defense. But again, you can't make the first throw for the pick six. When you're going down, you're struggling, you got to throw that ball out of bounds. You can't throw it up. Pick six. And the other one, he telegraphed to the running back coming out. He eyed him down. Linebacker drops off, watching his eyes the whole time. So as soon as he's jumping the route before he even throws the football for the second pick six.
There you have it, brought to you by G2G Protein Bars, a refrigerated protein bar with an unmatched taste. G2G Protein Bars now available at Costco. And I was at Costco yesterday, and they were giving away the big bars.
Very
Usually
nice.
when they give the free food, you get the little cup.
Yeah.
Like, you get a bite. Put a little rice in there, you know. They gave the big bars out, man. They're awesome. So check it out. Coming up, we're going to catch up with Rudy Carpenter. We'll talk about these quarterbacks next. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear. What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
Arizona men's hoops dropped 5 spots to rank 13th in the latest USA Today coaches poll. GCU received 34 votes. Arizona football is on the search for another head coach after Jed Fish accepted the Washington coaching job. Running back Jonah Coleman entered the transfer portal. The Cardinals have the Texans draft pick in the 2024 draft. They'll pick at least 25th or lower after Houston beat the Browns Saturday. And the Suns got the 11-point win over the Blazers on Sunday. Devin Booker led Phoenix in scoring with 34. Next up will be the Kings tomorrow. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're not just a sports bar. We're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, get ready to score big on fun and flavor. Only at BKD's Backyard Joint. where every day is game day. Check us out online at bkdsbackyard.com. That's bkdsbackyard.com.
Right Toyota, the #1 volume Toyota dealer in the state of Arizona, ensures you a buying experience that will exceed all your expectations. Check it out for yourself. Located just off the 101 on Franklin Wright Boulevard in Scottsdale and online at righttoyota.com.
You may not have any experience dealing with car wrecks, but Lerner and Rowe does. After your car wreck, you need an attorney to make sure your interests, like car repairs, medical bills, and lost wages, are protected. Finding the right attorney is actually easy. Just look for reputation, experience, and results. Lerner and Rowe has thousands of 5-star reviews, decades of experience, and we've recovered billions of dollars for our injured clients. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Collins over to Lance for 3. Bullseye! Join the action at Desert Financial Arena and catch ASU's final home matchups with UCLA and USC as Pac-12 conference foes. First up, UCLA, Wednesday, January 17th at 7 p.m., followed by USC, Saturday, January 20th at 12 noon. Get your tickets today, 480-965-5812, or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil Men's Basketball, onward to victory.
The annual Big Game Viewing Party is set again in the showroom in Casino, Arizona, Sunday, February 11th. Plenty of cash and prizes to be had. Doors open at 3, and it's once again first come, first served for this free event. This year marks the 25th year. Head to rockandmanuch.com for more details.
When it comes to insurance, we don't focus on the competition. We focus on our customers. At Crest Insurance Group, customer service is not what we do, but who we are. Now more than ever, businesses and families are turning to knowledgeable partners to help provide them with the insurance coverages they need. We've worked hard to become one of the country's top independent agencies, and our clients benefit from our vision, experience, and outstanding service. Contact Crest and let our insurance professionals tell you what they see. You'll be glad you did.
Come chill and get your fill at Arena Sports Grill. Arena Sports Grill is your home for Nebraska Cornhusker football and the National Football League. Watch all your favorite sports, plus off-track wagering with the ponies. Arena even caters to the night owls with breakfast on the weekends till 2. NFL Mondays and Thursdays are packed with happy hour specials daily till 7 and other incredible drink and food specials. It's Arena Sports Grill, 64th Street in Bell, North Scottsdale's friendly sports bar since 1998.
The triple-digit heat is finally gone, and that's something really worth celebrating. Why don't you celebrate their Plum Smart? Right now, they're offering a free heating and AC system tune-up plus free water heater flush. It's their way of saying thank you to all their radio listeners and welcoming back the winter visitors. So if you want a free heating and AC system tune-up plus free water heater flush, book your service today at itsjustplumsmart.com. That's itsjustplumsmart.com, because plumbers and AC guys charge too much.
Mason's football game is about to start. How am I going to cheer him on with this sore throat?
Here, try these.
Mucinex InstaSooth drops?
Yeah, InstaSooth sore throat medicated drops provide rapid relief that lasts and lasts.
Go, Mason! Yeah! Woo!
Sounds like they're starting to work.
Mucinex InstaSooth sore throat medicated drops.
Yeah!
Uniquely formulated for rapid relief that lasts and lasts. Buy now at your favorite retailer. Use as directed.
DraftKings Sportsbook is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SPORTS. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SPORTS. The crown is yours. 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Here to talk football is former Sun Devil quarterback, who, by the way, went 3-1 against that team in Tucson.
Carpenter going to go up with time, steps up, looks end zone, got a man, McGahee, touchdown! And Rudy Carpenter threw that right into the teeth, into the strength of the Wildcat defense.
Rudy Carpenter, now on Roc and Manuch on Fox Sports 910, on FM at 99.9 HD2.
We're going to rely on our corners and our secondary have come through time and time again, but they can't keep letting Aaron Jones run this down their face.
Fake it to him here. Love, back foot, has a man wide open. It's going to be caught by Musgrave, racing towards the end zone. He is in.
It was all about the quarterbacks for Wild Card Weekend, as all four had huge games. Joining us now, Rudy Carpenter, to discuss the quarterbacks. Hey, Rudy, if you had to pick the top quarterback of the four, which one would you have gone with? Who had the best performance in your mind of the four?
Wow, that's a really tough question.
Starting you off with a tough one.
That might be too difficult. I guess what I would say is I really enjoyed the Rams-Lions game because both of those guys played really, really well. Stafford was on fire for the majority of the game. Goff played really well. I thought it was a really, really clean football game. But I mean, look, Jordan Love played outstanding, and I don't think that people thought he was going to play that well on the road against the Dallas Cowboys, the young football team. And you know, obviously what Pat Mahomes did in that super cold weather is really important too. I mean, look, I don't think people really understand how hard it is to throw the ball when you can't feel your hands. You know, and I mean, it was good football by everybody all the way around. But I'm going to go with Jared Goff and Stafford combined.
You know, it's interesting you talked about, you know, the difficulty of throwing that cold ball in that weather. And I'm like, guys, impressed with Mahomes. Not big number, very efficient numbers. He had the ball under control, I felt. A lot of the passes, putting guys out front. Kelsey, again, having trouble catching it. But I got to tell you what, watching the growth of Jordan Love, getting confident with what he's seeing, get confident and relaxed with the offense. And then some of the throws he made, Rudy, some of the off-platform throws or, you know, some of the accuracy shots that he made really impressed me on a consistent basis in that Dallas game.
You're not going to hear me argue that point. You know, obviously he played tremendous, and I was a little perplexed about just how they had guys just running wide open all over the field. You know, I don't want to sound like a hater and take anything away from Jordan Love because he played fantastic. But, you know, there was a couple plays there where, I mean, you could have punted the ball out there to the guy and it would have been considered a good enough throw because the guy was just wide open. You know what I mean? And you know, again, I don't want to sound as if I'm hating on Jordan Love because he obviously played fantastic, but they did something schematically, you know, that really, really fooled the Dallas Cowboys defense. I mean, that big, long touchdown to Luke Musgrave was a good example. I mean, is that a quote unquote trick play? I mean, I guess, but it's really a play that most teams run where you just make it look like a play action pass and you kind of show your tight ends down blocking, and then he escapes out the back end and runs like a backdoor rail route up the sideline. It's not like one of those plays that's like, oh my gosh, what an incredible tricky scheme they just did right there. And he was wide open by like 50 yards. So again, I don't want to take anything away from Love. He played great. I thought what was interesting is the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody made a big deal, including myself, all week about how cold it was going to be and how difficult it's going to be to throw the football. And Mahomes already, his guys haven't been playing great, you know, really all year. His wideouts I'm talking about. And they came out from the very first snap, throwing the ball all down the field. And to me, it kind of made me feel like both Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes wanted to come out from the jump and show the Miami Dolphins from a warm weather state where that weather was going to be shocking to them. Like, look, not only are we going to come out here and handle the weather, but we're going to come out here and handle the weather and do it our way of attacking with the pass game down the field and show you we're not afraid to do it. Can you guys match us throwing the football, which is what the Miami Dolphins have been great at doing all year long, which is throwing the ball down the field.
All right, so then take me to Tua and the Dolphins, and they all look like they were in an ice box. They were all frozen to death.
Slow motion.
Yep, they were. Is Tua then, in your estimation, just a warm weather QB, and all conditions have to be right for him in order to be effective, or I'm not seeing this correctly?
I mean, look, I don't want to say that. He's played games before when it was really cold where, he's done a good job. Again, I think one of the big issues here is, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Jones, and L'Jarius Sneed, and some of the other players they got on defense. They've Nick Bolton, they've been there and done that as far as the playoffs go and playing in cold weather. The Kansas City Chiefs have been here before. There's a lot of veteran teams like the Kansas City Chiefs whose viewpoint is, who cares what the regular season record is? Just get us in the playoffs and let our veteran players, let our veteran coach, let our all-star $50 million a year type players go give us a chance to win one game each week. And to me, that was more what it was like. Tua was, I think he was 20 for 39. Patrick Mahomes was 23 for 41. So from a completion percentage standpoint, it wasn't like they were too far off. Just the touchdown throws, obviously, and the explosive plays were a big deal.
Hey, Rudy, before we let you go, I know you got an inside track on a lot of stuff in college football. Have you heard of any names down in Tucson to replace Jedd Fisch?
I haven't. I wouldn't be surprised if, based on some of the financial issues University of Arizona has had, plus their lack of success, along with the success of Jedd Fisch, I could see them trying to snag somebody off of that coaching staff. Maybe, a guy like Brennan Carroll, who has the lineage of his dad and, has been a part of really big time football teams, et cetera, et cetera. But look, I'm just throwing names out there.
Sure. Rudy, as always, buddy, thanks for jumping on with us today.
All right, guys.
That's Rudy Carpenter joining us as he does each and every Monday. You can follow him on Twitter at RudyGCarp12. RudyGCarp12 on Twitter or X. Well, the Waste Management Phoenix Open is just around the corner. George Thimpson, the 2024 Waste Management Phoenix Open Tournament chairman, will tell us what's new for this year and what hospitality tickets are still available. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here on Fox Sports 910 from the CAZ Sportsbook.
Oh,
clear.
Here we go. Steve Covino. Ooh. Rich Davis.
Yes.
This is Covino and Rich.
I think if you're handsome and you're good at sports, it sort of cancels out your nerdy qualities a little bit. Have you seen the story of Pacers Miles Turner? When you're rolling with attractive Princess Leia's and you're in the NBA, even though you really are a nerd and you're spending your spare time with Legos, it sort of cancels it out a little bit.
Covino and Rich. This afternoon at 4. Listen to Fox Sports 910 anywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
No one outfits golfers better than Vans Golf Shops. We've been fitting golfers since 1963. Utilizing cutting-edge fitting technology, we'll analyze your swing and our Foresight launch monitors and fit you with the perfect club, pair of shoes, the latest golf apparel, golf balls, bags, and more. So come by today for your complete custom fitting. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Hey, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B continue to grow as they now have their own secret football menu with special pricing at BKD's Backyard Joint in Chandler. Every Sunday after 3 p.m., just ask for the Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B football menu and get special pricing. That's BKD's Backyard Joint, located at Pecos and McQueen in Chandler.
In the fast lane of life, your fuel should keep up. Time to check out G2G protein bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether it's a workday, gym session, or navigating daily chaos, G2G has got you covered. Find them now at your local Costco in the refrigerated section, or explore all 8 fantastic flavors at G2GBar.com. Great tasting and packed with protein, so keep pace with life in the fast lane with G2G protein bars.
The will to win is important, but preparing to win is essential. At Crest Insurance, we understand that the road to success is not one that you go alone. Whether it's your family or business, you're not buying insurance, you're buying protection. That's why so many turn to the professionals at Crest Insurance. Our team has the experience to help you safeguard the things that matter most. It's not just an insurance policy, it's peace of mind.
It's Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing and your sexy status roof guy on Instagram and Facebook. Lesser roofers cut corners, cobbling together patchwork roofs. George, they're ready to go. Not State 48 Roofing. Give us a call today for your maintenance, repair, or full replacement needs.
The big one is almost here, and the only place year after year to watch it is in the showroom in Casino, Arizona. The team at Fox Sports 910 will be giving away the cash just for watching the big game, as this year marks our 25th consecutive season hosting the game of the year. You can win your share of all the cash prizes, as it's the return of our kickoff jackpot that will be over $3,000. Plus, you receive free $25 squares, along with a chance at winning $100 propositions. Doors open at 3, but space is limited, so it's first come, first serve. And for this year, you'll be able to wager, watch, and win with the new Casino Arizona Sportsbook. Don't be shut out. Just be 21 or older and be present in the showroom at Casino Arizona. This is the only way to watch the big game. Full-service lounges, great game menus, and tons of ways to win cash. It's Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.S. Big Game Viewing Party in the showroom at Casino, Arizona.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so
Jimmy B.
Ooh.
What have you done?
It's the sheet.
What have you done?
Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer. Freshness, more less static, less. It's the sheet.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use...
I said that he was there ready to go, yes?
They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on...
My brain's in a fog today, so...
They really are. Magical.
The reviews of
I'm down for the count today.
Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy.
Went to bed at 6 o'clock last night. Didn't watch any of the football game.
Jimmy B, broadcasting live.
Just had a really bad migraine.
CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The sports.
They're not enjoyable, I'll tell you that.
Sports bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Drive with Jody Ayler, now in mornings. Tomorrow from 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
You're hot.
Well, the 2024 Waste Management Phoenix Open, the field now includes 5 of the top 10 ranked players in the world. We'll probably hear some more here in a bit. Joining us now to kind of set the tone for this year's 2024 Waste Management Phoenix Open is the tournament chairman, who joins us now, George Stimson. George, it's Roc, Manuch, Jimmy B. What's going on, man? How are you?
Happy Monday, guys. Doing awesome. How we doing?
Can't complain. Once again, I know it's still a few weeks away, but this field is going to be tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. 5 of the top 10, and who knows who else could slip in here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we are fired up. We got, Scotty Scheffler, which we announced #1 in the world, going for his back-to-back, which is only been done by Arnold Palmer. We got Wyndham Clark already committed, Justin Thomas. So this past week, we announced #4 in the world. Victor Hovland has committed. We've got, local Scottsdale resident and then fan favorite, #7 in the world, Max Homa, has committed. And then, we gave our first exemption. So our 2014 WMPO champion, 18-year PGA Tour vet, Kevin Stadler, is our first of 5 player exemption. So we're excited to have him. He's a great friend of the Thunderbirds and a great friend of the tournament. So yeah, we are pumped and definitely going to have some more announcements later this week that we'll be excited to share with you guys.
George, what will be some of the challenges for the fans that'll be coming out there for the Waste Management Phoenix
There's
Open?
no challenges. Why would you say there's challenges? Why would you start with a question like that?
No, because I know that there's just some heads up. What can we say? What are some of the new heads up you want to give?
So that's not a challenge.
I think the challenge, there's always the challenges of being well rested. Make sure they're well rested.
This isn't George's first interview.
I think it's a fair question, but yeah, let's always remind them, stay hydrated and definitely be well rested before you come out to this to the People's Open.
I do want to add to that, and this is on a serious note because I live in North Scottsdale. I live north of Greyhawk, and I know the area quite well. With what's going on in the 101, what are they telling you for that week? I know Barrett Jackson's going to have issues because the 101, for folks who don't know, northbound, southbound's been closed at different times over the weekend, which really makes it tough for traffic. But what are they telling you at this point?
We're actually going to be sending a note out regarding that. What we're understanding is that there is going to be no issue by the time it comes open week.
Good.
So a lot of the construction and things that they're doing, it's relining parts of the freeway there, and so they're kind of moving and shaking on the relining and moving on to the next phase of it. But they're very well aware of what's coming up here. We've been working really, really great with the city, and they've been keeping us in the loop on this.
All right, George. Now, George, that if it's on the internet, it's got to be true. So all these rumors flying around that there might be a Tiger Woods sighting at the Open. Can you elaborate on that?
Hey, listen, my fingers are crossed for that just as much as everybody else. But, you guys know you can commit to our tournament basically the week before.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard those rumors. I think that rumors start when people get excited and speculate and hope for something enough. But yeah, I mean, that would be amazing to have Tiger back here at the People's Open. But I have not heard anything one direction or the other on that, unfortunately.
George, we've been doing this a long time. Every year we bring on the tournament chairman, and from Jenks all the way. I go all the way down back. We've been on for 18 years, and each year it's your role to kind of bring something new to the tournament. What are some of the things that you have had your hands into that we'll see this year?
It's our 89th year, right? And every single year, you definitely that's the kind of the magic of our groupers. Everyone here is a volunteer. We've got our day jobs, but everyone also wants to continue to improve upon what's been done before. So, there's definitely some big shoes to fill from all the previous tournament chairmen. This year, one of the big focuses is around the "We Are the People's Open" motto.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when you talk about early in the year, the media and a lot of folks have been asking during these media conversations, it's like, hey, are you concerned, that we're not, a signature event this year? And the answer is always, we feel like we're a signature event.
Yep.
It's the biggest sporting, one of the biggest sporting events in the world. And, but definitely the biggest golf tournament out there. And full transparency, of course we were a little bit concerned, right? But then you fall back on the fact that this tournament has been continuing to improve every year. The players love the tournament because of years of history that we built, and it's really the community around the We Are the People's Open, the fans that make this such a special place for players to want to come back. And so this year was about how can we up level and improve the player experience out here. So we've done some stuff with the driving range, for them. As far as venues go, all of our general admission, our fan zone has continued to improve. We've got got the Taylor Morrison area, which is the highest point on the golf course over near 12, which has 3 holes of viewing for golf out there at the Fairway House. And you got brand new venues. I think part of it was the daily ticket option, right? That there's over 1 million square feet of hospitality out here. And of course, many people want to be on the 16th hole, the iconic 16th hole. And, you got Bay Club and Cove and so many great areas, but those are suites that are, sold throughout the week. So we're trying to get and engage with, the daily consumer. So we've added another daily, 2 daily hospitality areas. So we've got our DraftKings Sportsbook, which will be in its first year. There'll be daily hospitality there where if you want to go in, you've got hosted food and drinks and be able to do some live sports betting. It's a little piece of Vegas, but in North Scottsdale, we've got tickets on sale there. And then we got our new venue 9, which is a big structure around the 9th green. You get to see the approach shot, on that 9th hole. And we've got suites up top, but we've also got daily hospitality down below. Same thing. It's you're coming in with a group and, you're not getting a suite for the week, but you still want to feel, the entertainment and watch some great golf. 9's another daily hospitality option. That's a brand new venue for us. So, it's crazy. People go, how much bigger can you get? And then you find these opportunities. You got a great team of Thunderbirds who are like, hey, there are more options that we can find here to help out a different consumer. And that's what we've done. So we're pretty excited about all those locations.
George, real quick, what's the total amount of donations that you guys contribute on a year in, year out basis over the years of the Waste Management Phoenix Open? Is there any kind of running count number one way or the other?
Yeah, it's a great question. So last year, it was during Super Bowl year, the community came out strong. We were able to announce $14.5 million give just from last year's tournament. And over the course of our, the Thunderbird Group's history, we've been able to give over $190 million back to charities.
$190 million.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think it's very important to say that they offer the Thunderbirds free admission to the first responders, military members, veterans, all presented by Taylor Morrison, which I think is big, George, that you guys continue to do that. I know that is very well received.
No, we appreciate that. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday are actually 4 free days. So anybody that wants to come out and check out the course and this little city that we built on TPC Scottsdale is free for all consumers on Monday and Tuesday. And yes, our Patriots Outpost is the largest Patriots Outpost on the tour. We're very proud of it. It is there for our active and former military and their families. All that information and how to get tickets is on www.wmphoenixopen.com.
George, I'm sure we'll catch up with you a few more times before it all gets started in February. So thanks for jumping on with us today. We appreciate it.
You guys rock. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You got it. George Simpson, who is the 2024 Waste Management Phoenix Open Tournament Chairman.
You know what I found interesting about that when I asked him about all the chatter online about Tiger Woods and how it's all been circulated? And he says, well, he has up till the week as the tournament begins if he wants to enter.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming.
No, I don't either.
Think it's pretty clear.
It's still the chatter online.
Yeah. 30. Hey, this hour has been brought to you by All City Towing. Looking for a career that pays great with great benefits? All City Towing continues to look for new people to join their team. Head to allcitytowing.com and just search careers. That's allcitytowing.com. Search careers. Craig Bowie, ABC 15, top stories, and a lot of good stuff to get into as we got some football getting underway here in about 30 minutes. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B from the CAZ Sports Bar.
Clear.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
Jenny!
Hey, Jenny!
Jenny, come on in! Steve!
Hey, Steve!
Steve, how you doing? Okay.
Meg!
Meg, nice to see you! Hey, Meg!
Arena Sports Grill. Come on out for the sports, off-track betting, incredible food, and friendly faces. The best daily specials in Scottsdale. Arena Sports Grill, 62nd Street in Bell. We know you.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now. Like Alt2K, a commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s. Just search Alt2K and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Commit to one day and help keep ozone away. Idling causes air pollution. Please turn off your vehicle when waiting in long lines like school pickups and drive-thrus. You'll save on gas and breathe cleaner air. For more information, visit maricopa.gov/AQ.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, everyone gets a no-sweat same-game parlay for every playoff game day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code 910. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code 910. The crown is yours. 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Opt-in required. 1 no-sweat token issued per eligible day after opt-in. No-sweat bonus bet issued based on amount of losing qualifying bet. Eligibility, max reward limits, and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
Dukes on Miller and McDowell.
The only place you're going to find 3 10-foot screens with games on full volume in 3 separate rooms, all in the same bar.
Dukes on Miller and McDowell.
With dozens more big screens. You'll find every game you're looking for only at Dukes, because there's only one Dukes. Voted best sports bar by New Times.
Dukes on Miller and McDowell.
Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, darts, karaoke and trivia nights. 3 huge patios on the Greenbelt, all doggy friendly.
Where Dukes? Miller and McDowell. That's it.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Tomorrow from 10 to 1. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your sports talk, podcasts, and music. Free never sounded so good.
Cardinals have the Texans draft pick in the 2024 NFL Draft and will choose at least 25th or lower after Houston beat the Browns in Saturday's wild card contest. Arizona men's hoops down 5 to rank 13th in the new USA Today coaches poll. GCU got 34 votes. U of A football on the search for another head coach after Jed Fish accepted the Washington coaching job. Running back Jonah Coleman has entered the transfer portal. The Suns got the 11-point win over the Blazers on Sunday. Devin Booker led the way with 34 points. Next up, a battle with the Kings tomorrow. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910. Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
Warming up as we head into a new week. Today, look for temperatures right around 68 degrees with mostly sunny skies. For tonight, clear skies with those temperatures dipping down close to 40 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Well, I think it's all the video that's going viral with the seats being filled with snow as Buffalo and Pittsburgh get ready at Highmark Stadium there in Western New York this Monday afternoon, as they'll get started here in about 30 minutes as the Bills enter today's game as the number 2 seed in the AFC and winners of the AFC East for the last 4 straight season. Then you got Pittsburgh that kind of snuck in the postseason with their 3rd wild card berth as the 7th and final seed. So kickoff 2:30 on CBS 5. If the Bills win, they will host Kansas City. While if Pittsburgh springs the upset, the Steelers will take on the Ravens.
Yeah, and the upset seemed to be kind of the flavor of the weekend, right, guys? I never thought that Dallas would lose to Green Bay, not going away. Like the boy, shoot.
You woke up.
He might be the only guy in America that ever had Green Bay. If you had Green Bay in that game,
well, I think a lot of people may have had it in the points.
Yeah, in the points.
I mean, it was a lot of points.
If I would have bet, I picked Cleveland over Houston, and if I'd have been a betting man, I would have taken the under. Well, that blew up at halftime.
It did.
That was over.
Yep.
But this Buffalo game, it's interesting. They had, as they always do in Buffalo, they have fans come in and start shoveling off the seats. They take care of the Philadelphia the Bills organization.
Right.
But they were shoveling as of yesterday at the very end of that storm. There were people in that stadium in the wee hours. They were there all night trying to shovel. Now it's like, bring your shovel, folks, because if you have your seat, you can find your seat, diggle it out, and people are walking, 3 feet of snow to get into the stadium. This snow bomb that hit over a 2-day period is truly something. But I commend the Steeler fans and Bills fans that are trying to get there and shovel their way and plow their way through the game.
Manuch, you and I both, you played there, I worked there. I've been through this. I've been through thunder snow. They had thunder snow there last night.
So explain thunder snow.
It's like a thunderstorm,
but
only
snow.
Instead of rain, it snows.
It's a phenomenon.
It is.
Is there lightning with
There's lightning
really?
and thunder.
While the snow's coming down?
The snow is coming down.
It's really odd.
I don't think I've ever been part of something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And if you really don't understand lake effect snow, Lake Erie is the most shallow lake of all of the Great Lakes where Buffalo is located. And so what happens is once that lake freezes, then you don't get lake effect snow. But before it freezes, all of that cold air and moisture comes across the lake. It just scoops up even more moisture and then drops it as soon as it hits the ground in Buffalo.
I'm just losing my mind today. I mean, you are such on your A game today.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the second. This is second hour.
Are you feeling
I'm
okay?
standing up back here. I'm standing up in the studio.
You're just
Good
bringing
job.
it. I mean, give me a high five there, buddy.
Even I didn't know the Lake Erie is one of the shallowest lakes.
I didn't know that. I just knew it was a mistake on the lake. But isn't that Cuyahoga? I don't know.
Good to see Jimmy.
This is like. Were you listening to Friday's show? Is that why you got the A game today?
No,
because you made a rewind every bit.
Were
I
you
mean,
guys
we had like 4
Friday?
bits.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No.
A rewind.
You were indirectly on Friday, Jimmy.
I could give you one other.
Please, you're on the roll,
now
Jimmy.
that I'm rolling, I'm going to
Go,
keep going.
Jimmy.
Okay, what happens is with lake effect,
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Brinson.
Thank you. And you can be in downtown Buffalo with 2 inches of snow on the ground and start driving to Orchard Park where the stadium is located, and you will run into a curtain of snow, and there will be 1.5 feet of snow in Orchard Park because that's where the lake effect came across, and it just hangs there. So you could go from nothing on the east side of Buffalo and toward the west side of Buffalo and run into 1 foot of snow.
There lies the snow belt, as they call
That is
it.
correct.
So what is it, about 15 miles from downtown Orchard?
Roughly, yeah. Roughly,
Yeah, about a good.
I hope
20 minutes, 25
I know
minutes.
there's been talk. Let's put a roof on. Even if there was a roof yesterday, the game would have been postponed.
You couldn't get there.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so dangerous from what I saw.
Yeah, that whiteout or blizzard lasted. I think, matter of fact, the governor said no traveling. I think it was a 48-hour stay off the roads. The thruway from Buffalo to down to Pennsylvania, whatever, was shut down completely. So people were stuck in place for a good 48 hours. And she finally gave the lift, what was it? I think mid-afternoon yesterday, where you could actually drive.
Yeah.
But that snow belt that Jimmy's talking about, so loquaciously talking about, is like a 90-mile going south to southeast snow belt. That is the phenomenon that Jimmy just laid out
That's
there.
lake effect snow at its finest.
So there was a lot of people bitching on Saturday about Peacock, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people. Like Arena Sports Grill, where I watch games, they only had 3 televisions that could have the game on, and they had to turn people away.
Where I went, there was one TV.
You had one?
One.
And
Just one period?
One. It was on only one screen, yes.
But you could say what you want. There was a lot of mixed reaction because this was the first ever playoff game to stream exclusively on Peacock. It killed it. 23 million viewers. And even NBC pounded their chest at halftime yesterday where they had Mike Tirico call it a milestone moment in media and sports history. And, you know, it was, $5.99 to get it, you know, a month. And they signed up so many people.
Right.
They had millions. I mean, it was a brilliant move on their part. But I do think, I mean, this is our new reality. Let's be honest. We're already paying Amazon if you've been watching Thursday Night Football. The Sunday ticket is off to YouTube now, right? Cable continues to bleed with subscribers, even though I think more people may go back to cable, which is what I have with all the streaming. But I just think cable just as easy. And Manuch, you and I both feel that way. You got everything you need, right?
Sure
You really do.
And then some.
But the NFL and their desire to get every damn eyeball they can, and here we are, the reality of modern media, and that is streaming. And here it is. I mean, Peacock paid $110 million for that playoff game.
They made their money.
Yes.
And I think it's also, if you buy it, you can also cancel it.
Yeah.
You buy it for the month,
Yeah.
you can cancel before, or if you know other things that are coming down the road, it's $5.99 a month, but you can cancel at any particular time.
Let me defend Mike Tirico just for a moment because I know Mike, and I can tell you right now, he was not happy being forced to do that.
He called you, tell you that?
No, but I know him. I've known him a long time.
We're slipping off the track.
Yeah,
now.
you were having such a good show.
I'm just going to explain.
We don't need you to brag.
I'm not bragging anything. Shut the hell up, Shu. Here's the deal.
Jimmy, remember, he's got the power of the on and off button. Jimmy.
I don't care. I was forced from time to time, and Manuch, you may have been when you've worked games on radio or on television in the past, to do things for the I guess for the bosses that you really don't want to do.
What do you call them, Rock, the suits?
There you go, the suits. Because you feel like that is not in your best interest, or you lose your journalistic integrity. And when you were when you were talking about Tirico doing that, I can tell you right now, he did not want to do it, but he had to do it.
He read off off the prompter, but that game helped break the record for the most internet usage ever in our country on a single date. I mean, this isn't going anywhere.
I'll try to put on my Jimmy B hat here, see if I can maybe pick up where he left off, keep the train moving in the right direction. Rock, you said 23 million people watched on Peacock for this game over the weekend?
Yes.
At $5.99, the math on that is $137.7 million just in 1 month for $5.99. You said they paid how much? $110 million?
Yes.
So in 1 month, they get all that back. Imagine all of the people going to roll in the dollars from this.
And you're going to start seeing, because of this success they had, it will cost next year $200 million for a playoff game.
Wow!
It's just unfortunate that they can't come up with something commercial that the restaurants and bars can use. I mean, I know some places did have more TVs, but it just sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people were upset that it's the older generation that. How can the game not be on? It's streaming. Well, can't you get it on your television? I mean, I know the owner, my buddy Steve at Arena, was saying that. He's like, I got 3. It's all I got. I mean, they're charged. They don't charge them $5.99. It's a lot more.
What you're probably going to see is more bars going the YouTube TV route, so paying $74 a month so they have the YouTube TV, and then you can have your apps. So they might have to get a smart TV and have Peacock on there as well.
But the problem with that is, like say Arena, if they have 100 TVs, times that by 74 a month. Times 12.
Sometimes
they can't afford that.
You can add up to like 4 or 5.
Commercial's different. Commercial's different than residential. So it's all based on your occupancy too. So it's just unfortunate,
and the bars pay when it was DirecTV. The bars paid a heavy price for having DirecTV, and that's why they all had DirecTV, was because of the ticket.
Well, Rock, isn't it very similar to, I think you would know this more than any of us on the show, isn't this like when boxing, UFC, those pay-per-views, like that's the kind of model that bars are going to have to probably go to, and the NFL is going to have to work out something when they go to these streaming services. They're going to have to figure out a way similarly to UFC or to boxing where you can buy it at a bigger price for these commercial entities, but still be cheap enough to where you would want to bring it into your venue so that people come and watch the game.
Well, I'll tell you when it started. When Mike Tyson, remember the pay-per-view? Going way back to Mike Tyson.
That's pay-per-view. That's different. That wasn't streaming.
I know that, but I mean, for people wanting to see that fight, it's
no different than DirecTV.
Exactly.
And the NFL ticket.
Yeah, but you're
paying to watch
exactly TV. But I remember that kind of coming when United Cable was here in town. They started to. That's when they kind of went, oh wow, we got to go pay to watch. Okay, because he's fighting. Tyson was fighting. He was the guy.
Right.
You could not.
At that time,
that was great.
And the whole thing was, well, he's going to knock him out in the first round, the third. So we paid. I mean, I'm paying for, it was back then, I think $25-$30. And you have any problem? That was just a one-time thing, though, from that pay-per-view scenario.
Hey, when we come back, we got to tell you, speaking of the big game, which is coming up February 11th, I'll tell you more about that, too, because I do think that game will go pay-per-view maybe in the next 5 years or some form of streaming. It's inevitable, I think. But we got to get into the Big Fooey's coming up in about 15 minutes. The kickoff is in about 17 minutes between Buffalo and Pittsburgh. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B here at Casino Arizona.
Rock for RightToyota.com. At Right Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on RightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at righttoyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at righttoyota.com.
Hey, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B continue to grow as they now have their own secret football menu with special pricing at BKD's Backyard Joint in Chandler. Every Sunday after 3 p.m., just ask for the Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B football menu and get special pricing. That's BKD's Backyard Joint, located at Pecos and McQueen in Chandler.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including a 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader.
I said one call is going to be the pick 6 from Dak
/career.
And then I'll let you set up level 2 lighting so we can do the Yotes stuff separately. I didn't want to do it in both.
78. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle store.
You'll get a pick coming back from Dak, the Savage 64-yard pick 6. And then you can throw to the goal of the night intro, which I'll play, and then I'll fire off the 2 goals.
Communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com /careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Collins over to Lance for 3. Bullseye! Join the action at Desert Financial Arena and catch ASU's final home matchups with UCLA and USC as Pac-12 conference foes. First up, UCLA, Wednesday, January 17th at 7 p.m., followed by USC, Saturday, January 20th at 12 noon. Get your tickets today, 480-965-5812, or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil Men's Basketball, onward to victory.
Life's a sprint. Meet G2G protein bars. Grab and go fuel for the office, links, and daily grind. Score an 8-pack at Costco or explore flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, power-packed G2G protein bars. Setting your pace.
Whether you're driving for distance, pitching for precision, or putting to win it all, come to Vans Golf Shop to get custom fit for all your clubs throughout your bag. Hit a few balls and let our team show you the latest swing technology and data that will help optimize your game. Having each club tailored to become your gamers will help you start shooting lower scores. Let Vans Golf Shops help you make every shot the perfect one. Come in and get custom fit today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah.
That's right, they were, Manuch. That's right.
Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet.
A wise prognosticator said they're not going to only cover, they're going to win the game. Don't know who that was.
Ooh la la. It's the sheet.
Well, we finally got one on the board, so I am going to, brag a little bit. That's right, baby. That's right. But we got our lock, too, so we're in the positive direction there as well.
It's the sheet.
At Charmin,
Tough scenes there for you.
going to the bathroom in public. So
I took the cheese.
about it.
When you're rolling Charmin up yourself on the party.
The lock's supposed to be safe.
Everybody. Charmin's irresistible soft and hella nice. A grip is always soft. It's our party vibe.
I will tell you the juxtaposition of them going from the snow in Buffalo to the live hit at the Tampa game where it's sunny was very fun.
You can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
It's the Lerner and Rowe. One call, that's all. Call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
Only has 1 catch on 4 targets. 2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage.
You're hot.
Touchdown.
There's your Lerner Row 1 call from the weekend as Dak Prescott. Oh man, he had a good game numbers wise, with the exception of a couple picks. But this Cowboy team, it's just strange, and everybody's trying to point fingers. Is it McCarthy? Is it Dak? Is it Coach Quinn? Supposedly Dan Quinn's got 4 interviews this week, so I think he'll be all right, even though he had a bad coach game.
There's just it's just something, I don't know. You watch these guys in big games, especially the initial playoffs. They like Green Bay brought it. Houston brought it. You see the guys that won Kansas City, they brought it early and off with running game, pounding the running game. They had their act together. It's as if you watched Cleveland and you saw a little bit of a malaise on the defense, but you saw Houston's bringing it. You saw the Cowboys. I mean, Green Bay's just attacking them with the run, and then wide open receivers downfield. It just there's such a energy level difference. But I don't understand how the Cowboys, well, they 9-1 at home. They win big when they're at home, and it's as if Green Bay had that proverbial boulder on their shoulder and just laid the wood. It's just that this Cowboys is a good front running team. When they get behind, They struggle. And your point, he had good numbers. Well, he had good numbers when they were down by 27 points.
Well, yeah, he had to throw the ball.
Garbage. I call them garbage yards. They were playing a lot of prevent defense, a lot of zone. He's finding it here and there. Just Dak Prescott just can't get it going in these big games. So should something change? I think talent-wise they have it there, but it's a mindset. It's a way that they go after these big games that's just not getting relayed to these players.
Does that come from the top then, from Jerry Jones and his sons who own the team, and then trickle down to McCarthy and the coordinators then, Manuch?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of a philosophy. You think they'd be tired of being one and dones for so many years.
I'm with you. Yeah.
And so maybe the leadership on that team is just, well, we'll go out and play our game hard. I mean, Dak Prescott can only do so much. I think he's unfairly hammered with a lot of these games.
The Cowboy defense just sucked.
They were horrible. They were a sieve
in
trying to stop the running game. Here you have a kid, just Jones kid, out of UTEP. I mean, they're going up and down the field. The Cowboys just seem that if they can stay up and come in there and pound you, they're fine. But if they start to be on their heels, there's no answer defensively.
How can their psyche be so fragile? You've been in the locker rooms. You've been in huddles. How can one team like that, where you just said, if they fall behind, they start to lose concentration? How can their psyche be so fragile?
I think a couple things. You talked about Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator. He's one of the best. Okay.
Is he?
So I think,
Good point.
Here's the thing.
Is he got fired in Atlanta?
He did.
Okay. I think that to that part of the mindset thing, maybe the leaders of the team don't have quite the leadership, or some of the guys that keep position. Well, I mean, Micah Parsons was a non-factor.
I was just going to say, the Cowboys' big-time players did not show up.
Yes,
yesterday.
they did. I mean, and give Matt LaFleur a lot of credit with the offensive game plan or scheme he had, double-teaming Micah Parsons, allowing him to come up, countering back up behind him. I mean, the tight ends were All-Americans for the Green Bay Packers. And again, Jordan Love, you had two deep safeties. You had that middle of that field wide open. You had great max protection. It was like, shooting fish in a barrel kind of thing as far as the success he had.
One thing I just love, since AT&T Stadium opened, the Packers have won more playoff games in that stadium, 3, than the Cowboys have.
I saw
2.
that stat. Yeah.
I didn't see that. Are you serious?
Yes.
The Packers lead?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Gotta love that kid. How about them Cowboys?
In that stadium. Yep, that's right.
God, I hate the Cowboys. So I think the question today is, I think for Cowboy fans, the long-suffering Cowboy fans, okay, do you bring somebody in that knows how to get it done, but with a franchise quarterback? So McCarthy, I think, has done everything he can. He's been there, 3 years, been in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you bring a guy in that's more disciplined on defense, that's a defensive guru, i.e., a Bill Belichick?
I thought Dan Quinn was that guy. I thought he was supposed to be that guy.
You're just miffed. If you're a Cowboys fan, by the way, I can't stand the Cowboys, but I picked them to win as my lock. So I was thinking they would win. But you just something's amiss when it comes to the playoffs with that team. It could be their psyche, Jimmy.
Let's talk about Jordan Love. In his first full season as a starter there in Green Bay, he has won more games. He has thrown for more yards, more touchdowns with fewer interceptions. He has a better passing rating than both Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. And by the way, in his first year, he got a win in the playoffs as a starter. Love 9-8, Rodgers 6-10, Favre 8-5. Love those numbers.
Well, and I think that you watch. I think what Matt LaFleur has done. There's a lot of things. There's the pros and cons of each quarterback that starts. I think LaFleur has done a great job with what he could give Rodgers a playbook and say what he did a couple years ago. And so let's go get this done. 13-3, 3 years in a row, and they couldn't win it all. So here comes a young man. You feel's got the talent that he take a step back. Let's train him. Let's get him up to speed. And he's gotten up to speed, which tells me he's a very bright guy. He's got the talent. Took him a while to understand what he can and can't do as a quarterback in the National Football League. And I think that's the one thing Matt LaFleur has expounded on. And number one, utilize those tight ends and allow those receivers to make some plays up the field.
All right, Shu, let's get to our level 2 lighting.
Who's the latest to light the lamp for the Yotes? It's the Top Coyotes goal of the night, powered by Level 5 Lighting. Level 5 Lighting, all-in-one exterior permanent LED lighting. Brighten up your world. Level5lighting.com.
The
Easterling sends it across, and Bukestad scores. And the Wild find themselves down 2. Zucker's cross-ice pass. Bukestad fires and scores, and that's the hat trick for Nick Bukestad, the former Wild winger. What a night for him, coming back into the building that was his home building.
How about Nick Bukestad? He recorded his second career hat trick as the Coyotes cruised to a 6-0 win over the host, the Minnesota Wild. And for Nick, he is a guy that was born right there in Minnesota, played there for many years, and he scored twice in the first period and once in the second. Clayton Keller also had 2 goals and assists for the Yotes as they finally got a W. They were struggling a little bit there, but Connor Ingram, he stopped all 38 shots, and he is his leading 5th shutout of the season and 6th of his career. NHL All-Star game, let's go. Connor Ingram, let's get him there. So there you have it. The Yotes will be back at it tomorrow as they will face the Flames in Calgary. So they're 21-18-2 on the season, thanks to Level 5 lighting, all-in-one exterior permanent LED lighting. Brighten up your world. Get your lights installed with this month's special, 12 months, no interest financing. If you qualified, go to level5lighting.com and request a quote. That's level5lighting.com.
Boy, look at this team, and you talk about Calgary tomorrow, and then at Vancouver, and then home against Nashville on Saturday. It's a big week for the Yotes, who said, hey, it's go time. They're ready to go, and nice to see them put 6 on the board after getting outscored before their last win. They were outscored 15-4 over a 3-game loss in a row. To see them lighting up the lamp on a consecutive basis, but I can't tell how much good that must feel for Bukestad to go back and play that his home team and go back in there,
home
team, the whole nine, and that's a great feeling for any athlete to go back to his roots and win a big game like that.
Hey, I want to tell you one of our new partners, G2G Protein Bars. Now, listen, if you haven't tried them yet, you're missing out. This is not your average, stale, off-the-shelf protein bar. I'm telling you, they are fantastic. There are 8 flavors, including my personal favorite, Manuch Peanut Butter Banana Chocolate.
Ooh, yeah.
What makes these bars so delicious is they're fresh, no preservatives, and they're stored in the refrigerator. You can pack one for your lunch. You can put it in your golf bag. It's a great way to get some solid protein and healthy fats into your diet. So check it out in the refrigerated section at Costco. Yeah, they just got into Costco last week. Or you can go to g2gbar.com. I was actually in Costco yesterday. They were giving away the free big bars. Not like when you're going trick-or-treating, they give you the little ones. This was the big ones. So check it out, g2gbar.com. Coming up, Craig Fouey, Sports Director, ABC 15 for Factor Fouey. Manuch to Jimmy B.
Be clear. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Baseball season is getting closer. The Diamondbacks have agreed to terms with a pair of Dominican Republic outfielders and Adriel Rodney and Belfi Rivera to start the 2024 international signing period. The Cardinals have the Texans draft pick in the upcoming draft. They'll pick at least 25th or lower after Houston beat the Browns Saturday. Arizona men's hoops dropped 5 to rank 13th in the new USA Today coaches poll. GCU got 34 votes. U of A football on the search for another coach after Jed Fish accepted the Washington job. Running back Jonah Coleman entered the transfer portal. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Choosing the right lawyer after a car wreck is important. You need to consider the law firm's experience, results, and reputation. Lerner Rowe stands above other law firms when it comes to experience and results, helping over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars for their injuries. When it comes to reputation, we have thousands of 5-star reviews, and year after year, we have been voted best personal injury law firm in Arizona. Call us today and let us put our experience, proven results, and reputation to work for you.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Got the urge to pick games each week? Thursday, Sunday, even Mondays? Then sign up now for the Twin Peaks Fan Pick'em, courtesy of Blue Moon and Coors Light. It's totally free to play. Head to fanpick'em.com. That's fanpick'em.com.
When it comes to insurance, we don't focus on the competition. We focus on our customers. At Crest Insurance Group, customer service is not what we do, but who we are. Now more than ever, businesses and families are turning to knowledgeable partners to help provide them with the insurance coverages they need. We've worked hard to become one of the country's top independent agencies, and our clients benefit from our vision, experience, and outstanding service. Contact Crest and let our insurance professionals tell you what they see. You'll be glad you did.
No one outfits golfers better than Vans Golf Shops. We've been fitting golfers since 1963. Utilizing cutting-edge fitting technology, we'll analyze your swing and our Foresight launch monitors and fit you with the perfect club, pair of shoes, the latest golf apparel, golf balls, bags, and more. So come by today for your complete custom fitting. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Collins over to Lance for three. Bullseye! Join the action at Desert Financial Arena and catch ASU's final home matchups with UCLA and USC as Pac-12 conference foes. First up, UCLA, Wednesday, January 17th at 7 p.m., followed by USC, Saturday, January 20th at 12 noon. Get your tickets today, 480-965-5812, or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
The annual Big Game Viewing Party is set again in the showroom in Casino, Arizona, Sunday, February 11th. Plenty of cash and prizes to be had. Doors open at 3, and it's once again first come, first serve for this free event. This year marks the 25th year. Head to rockandmanuch.com for more details.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're not just a sports bar. We're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, get ready to score big on fun and flavor. Only at BKD's Backyard Joint, where every day is game day. Check us out online at bkdsbackyard.com. That's bkdsbackyard.com.
And Saturday morning from 9 to 11 for Backspin, the golf show presented by Pigs. Play your best. The Backspin boys take you inside the ropes every week with guests and great debates on the game. Backspin, the golf show on Fox Sports 910.
Have you heard about the new offer from PlumSmart? They're going to come to your home and do a free home energy efficiency report card. Now that we're past summer, PlumSmart can breathe a little bit, and they want to help you out by testing your home for leaks in your air duct. Did you know that 70% of all homes have leaks in their air duct? So if you want to get your free home energy efficiency report card from PlumSmart, go to itsjustplumsmart.com or call.
What? You don't want to be out there in 17-degree temperatures with snow where it feels like 4 degrees, Rock?
DraftKings Sportsbook is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs a lot.
Feels like it would be right up your alley.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Everything I know about you, you're right there screaming with everybody else.
New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SPORTS. The crown is yours. 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.
It looks great on the field. No problem.
.com/football terms.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino,
It is Monday, right? So it counts.
The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. It's time for Fact or Phooey with ABC 15 Sports Director Craig Phooey. Phooey joins the guys each Monday to break down the top stories of the weekend. And as a reminder, Manuch writes the questions. Now here's ABC 15's Craig Phooey.
All right, Buffalo and Pittsburgh are off. They just got started with the kickoff. Well, Craig Phooey joins us now on the Right to the Guest line. How we doing today, Phooey? What's happening?
I'm doing well, fellas. What's going on, man?
Just another day in paradise, man. You know, you working today, right? We're working.
I am. I know. I was shocked you guys are working. Normally, you take any opportunity you can to take a day off.
It's very true. It's very true. But the suit said, hey, somebody needs to be local today in the state. So here we are. So a lot to talk about.
I know. Everybody else. Yeah, seriously. That's awesome.
All right, here you go. The 5 questions from Manuch. All right, number 1, the Suns' big 3 are finally hitting on all cylinders. Fact or Phooey?
Oh, fact. They're good to go, man. We're in.
God, that easy, huh, Coach? My goodness.
Well, Hey, listen, they were 1-2 in their last three prior to last night's, I don't know if you call it a game or scrimmage against the Portland Trail Blazers, who are absolutely awful. So, yeah, I mean, listen, they're back on the court together for a while. We'll see how that goes. But, you know, it's nice to see them get a win last night, even though, like I say, even though it was against the Portland Trail Blazers. Nice to get a win. Obviously, the Lakers game, the Lakers are a mess too. So when they won that game last week over in LA, but the Clippers showed, you know, there's some issues there still. You got to figure out how to play against the better teams in the conference. But yeah, to get a nice win over the Blazers last night was cool. To see the guys out there for a few games now, that's great.
All right, Coach, question number 2. Along with the big three and Nurkic at center, Grayson Allen needs to remain in the starting five as well. Fact or phooey?
Well, clearly that's a fact at this point, but the trade deadline's coming up. So what do you have to trade to get rid of some of these guys on the bench that are clearly underperforming? You know, what are you going to do? And Grayson Allen may be the one option they have of someone to trade, someone of value to trade. So we'll see how it goes. But I think Grayson Allen's been a bright spot on this team this year.
I'm with you on that 100%. So the Suns, even with their last couple of games and success, they still need to explore for a true point guard at the trading deadline. Fact or phooey?
Well, fact. Wasn't that why they brought Bradley Beal in? He wasn't going to be that key guy to bring the ball up court and do things like that. Devin Booker's, you know, not the greatest at it. He can do it, clearly. But here's a question for you guys. Why are we talking all Suns when the football playoffs are on, and the guy that writes these questions is a former quarterback for the Bills?
Good question. What are you doing 1 to 4?
I'm coming in expecting Jed Fish questions. I've got Cardinals questions.
I'm ready. All right.
Playoff questions. I'm getting all Suns.
All right, here we go.
What's going on here, Manuch?
We got one. Bill Belichick is the only coach that can save the Cowboys from themselves and move them on to conference champions.
There you go, Coach.
Fact or phooey?
Thank you. Golly.
It was there. You got to get the hometown little love, Coach, from the start, you know.
Oh, man. I'm like, what's going on? Jet Fish? I mean, what's happening here on a Monday? Must be on vacation. I'm going to say phooey on that, but he's certainly clearly the odds-on favorite. I've been getting the odds makers picks from Vegas here the last 24 hours, and everybody's picking Belichick to the Cowboys right now. But I think there are other guys. Who would have thought D'Amico Ryans would turn the Houston Texans in a season, right? So there are other guys that are out there. Obviously, Dan Quinn might be that guy. I heard RG3 say this morning that Coach Prime should be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. So I think there's other guys that can do it, but Bill Belichick is the odds-on favorite right now.
All right, college football then. Jed Fish.
There we go.
All right, brother, here we are. Took the money and ran. So fact or phooey, when he gave his little heartfelt goodbye, instead of doing that, should he just have explained that I took the money, I like Seattle, and thanks a lot, but I'm out of here? Fact or phooey?
Let me ask you guys this. Wouldn't you have done
Absolutely.
That?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Get out of Tucson?
Yeah, but I would have been honest with my assessment why I left.
I think it's kind of obvious why he left, Jimmy.
I know. That's what I'm saying, but he didn't explain that.
You've got a guy who spent 3 years in Tucson at a school that's clearly a basketball school traditionally.
Yep.
You're taking a job that's a traditional football school in Washington that has had perennial success. I mean, they've won Pac-10s, Pac-8s, Pac-12 titles. They've played in the national championship this year. They've won conference. They're going to the Big Ten. They've got money to spend. They pack out the stadium for every home game. Arizona, Jed Fish was begging people to come to games. They don't have a financial crisis at Washington like they have in Arizona down in Tucson, right? They have a hiring freeze. They can't finish their sports buildings because of the freeze. I mean, they're in trouble financially, and they're trying to figure out how to make the move to the Big 12. They may be dropping sports. Wouldn't you take that job? Mm-hmm. I mean, you went from $3.25 million a year to $7.75 million a year at a predominantly football school. Heck yeah, that's a no-brainer for people. How he did it, that's up to him, right? I mean, showing, the AD showing the trip to Jed's Tucson home to get the contract, the letter of intent signed, and the private jet outside, and the 3-minute players meeting. That's all, it's better than leaving a sticky note on their note lockers like Todd Graham did it. Right?
God, Graham, that's great.
I love it, Coach. All right, Coach. Officiating in the National Football League needs to become a full-time job since the inconsistencies and bad calls are now a major problem for the National Football League. Fact or phooey?
Either that or cut down from 17 TV cameras to 3, and then we wouldn't see all that stuff. One or the other. But listen, in talking to Ed Hockley in the past, Ed was a full-time attorney here in Arizona, right? And he said, people say we need to be full-time. He goes, I can guarantee you I spend at least 40 to 50 hours a week on officiating in the NFL. He goes, they want to say it's a part-time job, but the hours don't prove that out. So he said, we have meetings on Monday, film reviews on Tuesday. We meet with our staff on Wednesday. We fly out on Thursday or Friday. We do the game. We come back. It starts all over again, right? They're watching game film. So Ed Hockley was one of those guys that just told me literally person to person, it's like they can say full-time, but we are full-time right now. But I would love to see the officiating better at both the NFL level and the college level. I just thought it's atrocious at every level.
Yeah.
And some of that is slow motion and 17 to 22 cameras at every game. You know, we see things that you can't see in real time.
But Fooey, the one yesterday in the Rams-Lions game, the jersey tug, I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous. That it was so blatant.
What happened to the Lions last week in Dallas?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Same thing.
I mean, it's every game. It's a ridiculous call in every game that's totally missed. And there's supposedly an official in the press box watching reviews and can call down and say, let's review this. And that's not happening.
I think that's the biggest problem with this. You do have somebody in the booth that's seen it. How can they not trump what's going on the field? Because Cameron Sutton got away with just that. It was amazing. He got away with that. I can't believe that.
They've controlled when that guy can whistle down and when he can call down. They've controlled what time calls right every game, even if it takes us a few timeouts for 90 seconds. Let's figure out those calls.
The league's going to make their money in commercial time. I mean, they're going to make their money. What's your
worried about that? Putting a game on Peacock.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what were your thoughts? 23 million people, the most ever streamed in a day. Unfortunately, it's where it's going, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they're doing it on Amazon now, right?
Yeah.
It's on two seasons now on Amazon Thursday nights. So that's what they're doing. They're doing it in NASCAR, same thing. NBC's putting games on Peacock. I mean, it's happening all over. So we're going to go streaming. I'm glad I don't have money invested in DirecTV and Dish and Cox Cable.
Well, you can always stream Craig Fooey on ABC15.com, right?
Oh, you can get me on an antenna, man.
Have a great week.
I'll come to your house.
There you go. Thanks, Fooey. Appreciate it.
You got it.
That's the sports director from ABC 15, Craig Fooey, for Factor Fooey. Every Monday he joins us today. He's brought to you by Twin Peaks, your football and now college basketball headquarters. Coming up, Casey Walsh from the Sportsbook. Recap on the NFL wildcard weekend. We'll look at tonight's Eagles-Bucks and some of the lines here for this Buffalo-Pittsburgh game with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910.
Clear. Complete. How's that credit card statement looking? Uh-oh. Not good. Don't miss your chance to win $1,000 every hour with inflation compensation at the top of the hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sponsored by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys.
This is what they do.
Hey, Arizona, it's your local accident attorney, Kevin Rowe. At Lerner & Rowe, we pride ourselves on giving back, so we want to help you win $1,000 in cash. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe today at 977-1900.
Collins over to Lance for 3. Bullseye! Join the action at Desert Financial Arena and catch ASU's final home matchups with UCLA and USC as Pac-12 conference foes. First up, UCLA, Wednesday, January 17th at 7 p.m., followed by USC, Saturday, January 20th at 12 noon. Get your tickets today, 480-965-5812, or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
The will to win is important, but preparing to win is essential. At Crest Insurance, we understand that the road to success is not one that you go alone. Whether it's your family or business, you're not buying insurance, you're buying protection. That's why so many turn to the professionals at Crest Insurance. Our team has the experience to help you safeguard the things that matter most. It's not just an insurance policy, it's peace of mind.
Arizona's largest locally owned A-plus BBB rated towing company is All City Towing. They're always looking to add motivated and competitive team members. Do you fit the bill? If so, head on over to allcitytowing.com/careers for more information.
Year after year, Lerner Rowe is voted best personal injury law firm in Arizona. You may wonder why. The answer is quite simple. Lerner Rowe is so popular because we give every client excellent service and a superior experience. But also the main reason is results. We've recovered billions of dollars for our clients with over $1 billion collected in the last 5 years alone. Our phone lines are always open and our legal team is standing by right now, waiting for your call.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
The right price, the right selection. It's all now at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. Stop by today and see why Wright Toyota continues to be Arizona's top Toyota dealership, located just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Hey, Manuch, can you remind Rock that I need him to record a teaser after this segment?
Is in the showroom in Casino, Arizona. The team at Fox Sports 910 will be giving away the cash just for watching the big game, as this year marks our 25th consecutive season hosting the game of the year. You can win your share of all the cash prizes, as it's the return of our kickoff jackpot that will be over $3,000. Plus, you receive free $25 squares, along with a chance at winning $100 propositions. Doors open at 3, but space is limited, so it's first come, first serve. And for this year, you'll be able to wager, watch, and win with the new Casino Arizona Sportsbook. Don't be shut out. Just be 21 or older and be present in the showroom at Casino Arizona. This is the only way to watch the big game. Full-service lounges, great game menus, and tons of ways to win cash. It's Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.S. Big Game Viewing Party in the showroom at Casino Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, a buck there, here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-Do.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. Dayquil Kids Berry from Vicks. Dayquil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that Dayquil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
Dayquil Kids Berry. The kids' berrylicious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy heads.
It's called a podcast, Rock.
Kids medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
Time for the best bets, locks, and daily wager picks, courtesy of the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Now joining the guys is CAZ Sportsbook expert Casey Walsh.
From Boston.
Exclusively on Fox Sports 910.
Anything possible!
You're hot. I don't remember if we had an opportunity to talk about this last week. We did. I forgot. I think it's worth talking about again. You all right with Bill Belichick being fired? Fired.
He didn't get fired. Stop.
Oh, come on.
He left on his own terms.
Yeah. He did. But he had a year left on his contract. He just wanted to get out early.
Well, of course.
Because he said he's always a Patriot. He'll be a Patriot for life.
Yeah, of course. He wanted to get out. Let's be honest. What does he got to do? 14 more wins to catch Shula? That's all he cares about.
Tom Brady's retired.
Hey. There'll be an opening where he can go.
He can go to Dallas.
He can probably go to Dallas and get those wins in 2 years easy.
Yeah.
Then call it a year. Jerry Jones doesn't have to worry about firing him.
I'm playing. I think Bill Belichick's a great coach. I do. I hate the team, but I like Bill Belichick. So I'll give you that much. But how did the book do this weekend? You had 4 big games. You had 3 blowouts. You had 1 really good game with the Lions and the Rams. Where were most people on these games?
Yeah, both days was very profitable for the book. On Saturday, everybody was on the Browns money lines,
really?
-2, -2.5. So that was a big win for the book there. A lot of people were taking Dolphins plus the 4.5, as well as the Dolphins money lines. So that was a win for the book. Over unders, they were kind of 50-50, nothing major there. And yesterday, everybody was on the Cowboys -7 Cowboys money line. We even had a guy come up and put 10,000 on the Cowboys when they were down 20-0.
Whoa.
At plus 625. Thinking they were going to come back and win.
Yeah.
So they got.
Wonder how he's doing today.
Well, he's $10,000 lighter.
Yeah.
My question is the best game, which was Detroit and the LA Rams. What took place there for you guys?
Yeah. So that was actually a lot of mixed. A lot of people on the Rams plus the 3.5. A lot of people on the Lions as well. But a lot of the money there was on the over 53. Which everybody thought at halftime they were cashing because they were at 38 points.
Right.
It was trading live at 69-70. And then the second half, you get the dud of the 3 field goals, stays under. Everybody there gets beat.
I think that the thing that I would have bet if I was going to bet was the under on the Houston-Cleveland game. And clearly, I mean, it blew that up. But I think of those two defenses, more of a conservative game. That blew the doors off. Did you get much action in the second half with that at all? From after everybody realized, well, I blew my bet there as far as going on the under.
Yeah, no. So a lot of people on that actually, they saw how easily teams were scoring going up and down the field. So they just kept firing on the overs in that game.
Yeah,
so,
but you stick to the clipboard.
I will, man, because I
not a lot of people had the under.
That's why I don't bet.
Yeah.
Casey's being nice.
Flacco took care of that with those 2 picks to get it over, though.
All right, let's turn our attention to today's game. Buffalo's up 7-0 now with about 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Where was the action on this game?
A lot of people today were taking Pittsburgh and over the weekend taking Pittsburgh plus the 10. And then after they moved the game back, the total went from 33, closed today at 39. So you had a lot of people with the extra day taking the over today. So a lot on 39.5 over.
So what happens then since the line moves so much and people had laid down those bets at 33? What takes place then? They still get the 33, don't they?
Yeah, they still, whatever they're locked in at, it's the line they get. So that's one of the advantages of being able to bet early. If you like a certain side and you can beat the line, get it in as early as possible.
All right, Eagles, Bucks. It was 3. I saw 2.5. Where's it at right now?
Right now we have it at 3, and total's at 43. I've seen a lot of action coming in on the Eagles. Within the last hour, seen a lot of people coming back with the Bucks plus the 3.
All right, so the weather might be an issue there. Does that change you guys at all? Because there's 60% chance of rain throughout the game.
Yeah, no, it's not going to really affect us at all, especially with 3 being a key number. They're not going to really try to get off of that number in the total of 43. If anything, it might move either direction a half a point.
Of all 6 games, which game has had the most money bet on it?
Cowboys by far.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
So-called America's team?
Yeah, so-called.
That so-called sure bet?
Yeah.
Sure bet, Casey?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
Everybody had a -7. Everybody took them in teasers to get them down to the -1, and everybody put them in money line parlays.
So as we look ahead, right now we only know the Packers and the 49ers. What's the spread right now? And do you know the over/under off the top of your head for next Saturday night?
We got the spread listed right now at 10, and I believe the total's at 43.
Okay.
So far, all we've seen is Niner action coming in on that.
So you think people may be jumping on the Packers later in the week because the way the hype machine is, and Jordan Love and all that good stuff?
Is this the real deal scenario?
Yeah, no, for sure. We're definitely going to have people jump on the Packers. I mean, we got a lot of snowbirds from Wisconsin that are going to come in here.
Sure.
They're going to bet on their favorite team. Like yesterday, we actually had probably more Packer fans in here than Cowboy fans.
That's a first.
Yeah, which was surprising. Obviously, they were happy they won, but overall, biggest money for sure on the Cowboys.
Have you had to reserve a bunch of seats for Eagle fans tonight? I mean, I know you're probably getting a lot of calls.
Besides
for
Rock?
tonight's
Yeah,
game.
I was going to say just for you right up front. You got the reserve seat.
The one seat. Casey, as always, buddy, thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's Casey Walsh from the Sportsbook here at Casino Arizona. Bet the game, watch the game. The Sportsbook in Casino Arizona, the CAZ Sports Bar. They have 3 live betting windows where you can find Casey, 6 self-service betting kiosks, and plus 8 screens displaying all the betting lines. Check it out for yourself. They're open daily from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Let's get to On This Day. It's a Blue Monday. The most depressing day of the year.
For Cowboy fans on a yearly basis.
Could be.
That's saying something that we get Jimmy B's best performance on the show on this day.
I know. It's some travel company came up with this formula in 2025 or 2005, excuse me, and claimed that it's always the 3rd Monday in January. And there's no backup. There's no science behind it. just somebody
made
came
it
up
up
with a PR stunt and it's stuck.
Wow.
So it's not like there's no like holidays, like post holidays,
Sure.
like off Christmas or New Year's resolution or something like that. But I don't know. It came from the UK, so we won't hold that.
What do
against
they
them.
know?
1994, Ricky Walters of the San Francisco 49ers scored an NFL postseason record 5 touchdowns as they beat the Giants 44-3 after the game. Lawrence Taylor announced that he was retiring from the NFL.
Where did Ricky Waters finish his career? Did he
Could have been Philly or Seattle.
One of the two, yeah.
But he was in Philly.
He was a dude for several years.
He was.
He's one of those top running
back
backs.
in 2015, at the last owners meeting, chaired by the outgoing commissioner, Bud Selig, he decided with the owners to use a pitch count during minor league games. That was 8 years ago. They started in AAA and AA, and it was an experiment to try to quicken the pace of game. And here we are. We're having that conversation
Best
now.
thing that ever happened.
Minor
think
league?
so?
I think so. Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with the game.
Oh, I did.
But Rock, the experimentation when you were working in the fall league, a lot of that started in that fall league experimentation with a lot of different things they wanted to kind of get into.
The internet wasn't around when I was in the fall league.
I know, but I mean,
so it was like 93 year, the first year of the fall league, which is now almost 30 years it's been around. But that was the reason for that league.
Yes,
was to kind of experiment with things, and that's what they use that league for. It's such a short season league. What's it, October, November? That's the league for those you who are not aware. That's the league that Michael Jordan played in, which was the second year of the league.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, that was a publicity stunt, in my opinion.
Well, he still was there.
Yeah.
So was Jordan.
It was kind of a
publicity stunt.
A league.
I don't think it was a publicity stunt for Jordan because it was only the second year of the league. They didn't care.
Yeah.
He needed reps.
Absolutely.
Reps. So he played for the Scottsdale Scorpions.
Okay.
And then went on to play for the Birmingham Barons. And he was just an awful baseball player. He should have stayed at low A ball. Should have never got up to double A.
Well, the thing was kind of tomorrow stars today.
That's exactly like
see those guys there.
Well, it's the league was made up. I don't know if it's still the case now, but it was your top 5 or 6 guys
30.
from in your organization at AA or AAA.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
It was fun to see those guys. Rock and I did a few remotes out there.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember Ricky Weeks when he was coming up.
Sure.
So we had a chance to interview him.
Piazza. I go on. Some unbelievable players. Hour number 3 is coming up. We got Rudy Carpenter. Then Doug Plank is going to join us as we continue for the Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Roc and Manuch, GBB.
Clear.
Come chill and get your fill at Arena Sports Grill. Arena Sports Grill is your home for Nebraska Cornhusker football and the National Football League.
I need a tease for Plank.
Sports plus off-track wagering with the ponies. Arena even caters to the night owls with breakfast on the weekends till 2. NFL Mondays and Thursdays are packed with happy hour specials daily till 7. And other incredible drink and food specials. It's Arena Sports Grill, 64th Street in Bell, North Scottsdale's friendly sports bar since 1998.
Manuch.
Make plans for the big one Sunday, February 11th in the show.
What do I need right now?
Arizona. Win cash just for watching the big.
Teasing Doug. Whenever you're ready. Thank you.
100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now. Like Alt 2K, a commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s. Just search Alt 2K and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Commit to one day and help keep ozone away. Idling causes air pollution. Please turn off your vehicle when waiting in long lines like school pickups and drive-thrus. You'll save on gas and breathe cleaner air. For more information, visit maricopa.gov/AQ.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Plus, everyone gets a no-sweat same-game parlay for every playoff game day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code 910. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code 910. The crown is yours. 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Opt-in required. One no-sweat token issued per eligible day after opt-in. No-sweat bonus bet issued based on amount of losing qualifying bet. Eligibility, max reward limits, and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
Dukes on Miller and McDowell.
The only place you're going to find 3 10-foot screens with games on full volume in 3 separate rooms, all in the same bar.
Dukes on Miller and McDowell.
With dozens more big screens. You'll find every game you're looking for only at Dukes, because there's only one Dukes. Voted best sports bar by New Times.
Dukes on Miller and McDowell.
Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, darts, karaoke and trivia nights. 3 huge patios on the Greenbelt, all doggy friendly.
Where Dukes? Where Dukes? Miller and McDowell. Scottsdale.
Murder and Rope is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Tomorrow from 10 to 1. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your sports talk, podcasts, and music. Free never sounded so good.
The Cardinals have the Texans draft pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. They'll pick at least 25th or lower after Houston beat the Browns in Saturday's wild card contest. Baseball season drawing closer, the D-backs agreed to terms with a pair of Dominican Republic outfielders in Adriel Rodney and Belfie Rivera to start the 2024 international signing period. U of A football on the search for another head coach after Jed Fish left for Washington. Running back Jonah Coleman entered the transfer portal. Arizona men's hoops dropped 5 to 13th in the new USA Today coaches poll. GCU got 34 votes. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, we'll see decreasing clouds with those temperatures dipping down to around 40 degrees, but then warming up as we head into your Tuesday. Mostly sunny skies with temperatures right around 70 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Bay Alarm.
When it comes to your business, protect what matters most with Bay Alarm. They'll work with you to design the right security system and send their expert technicians to install it. Worry less about your people and your property with Bay Alarm, because they got you. To learn more, visit bayalarm.com.
Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Buffalo and Pittsburgh playing a little afternoon football on a Monday on Martin Luther King Day here at 3 o'clock. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Place starting to fill up. Got a good crowd starting to come in. It looks like it's more Buffalo than Pittsburgh when it comes to the crowd so far. But we encourage you to come on out. Great place to watch this game and the next one with Philly and Tampa. We're not doing our typical Monday night football promotion, but still, you can come on out, take advantage of the Roc and Manuch lager, which is on sale now here at the CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. I do want to remind you that we are hosting the big game viewing party here at Casino, Arizona, but in the showroom, bringing it back to the showroom with cash giveaways. If you are looking for a place to watch the big game, it's our 25th year of partnering with Casino, Arizona. It's free admission with your Salt River Rewards card. We're opening the doors at 3 o'clock on Sunday, February 11th. We'll have the kickoff jackpot, which is going to start just over $3,000. We'll have $100 propositions. We'll have $25 quarters. We'll also, or squares, I should say, during the quarters. We got jersey giveaways. It's all here in the showroom at Casino, Arizona. Everything's up on our website at rocandmanuch.com. You can check that out. So make plans now, as it will sell out as it has for 25 years. But great place to watch the game in the showroom. We will not be out at Talking Stick this year as they are putting in a new sports book up there. So they have decided to just have us here at the CAZ Sports bar. Well, not this will probably be the overflow,
yeah.
which is what it was last year. Jax, you guys were packed in here too, right? Last year,
Yeah.
because
Packed both sides.
Yeah,
line out the door here and the showroom.
Yeah, it'll be crazy this year.
How much
with the
cash
Eagles
is going
and
to
the
be
Ravens
available?
playing? It'll be the
Yeah.
Eagles and Ravens. So it'll be so packed.
How much cash are you going to give away at the big game? It's over what? Almost $4,000?
Oh, how much we will give away?
Yeah. Close to that?
Yeah, it'll be
3 to 4?
a lot. It'll be a lot. We've given away about.
Did you listen to the man? He said how much was in the jackpot. Did you listen?
No.
He said it.
No.
Yeah, we got 2 hours out of him.
Well, here
I'm on
for
vacation now.
those of you that just joined us and,
Yeah.
and listen to our program on a
vacation.
daily basis, Jimmy had 2 spectacular hours.
He did. Jimmy, you were nailed it,
on
man.
his game.
Yeah, you were.
To the point where we got nothing for our recap on Friday on some of the things that Jimmy says.
Not yet.
But then it went to in hour number 3.
I had to come back down to earth.
Jackpot starts at over $3,000. $100 propositions.
Thank you.
$25 square.
Shoe's been on Jimmy B today. Is there like a little rivalry or a little feud between you guys?
No,
or what?
I don't think so.
Jimmy B, you told me to shut the hell up earlier.
Well-
What are you talking about?
Paybacks, Jimmy. Oh, paybacks.
They are, what? Hey, but top stories locally. The Phoenix Suns got a nice W yesterday. Not a big surprise. You got to win those games in Portland, 127-116. But we did see the big three all in double figures, 34 points by Book. Beal had 23. Durant had 21. So they're now 21-18. Got their second straight win. They'll do it again, hopefully tomorrow against the Kings. Kings are a good team.
They
you
are.
You got to beat them on your own floor. They got to beat them on their own floor. When it comes to college hoops, Arizona got upset by Washington State over the weekend by 3. They're now 12-4, 3-2 in the Pac-12. How about GCU? They won their 13th straight. They beat Tarleton State on Saturday. They're 16-1 on the season. They got Utah Valley on Thursday there at GCU. And then ASU, they're gearing up for a pair of home games this week as they'll host UCLA on Wednesday before USC visits on Saturday. They had their 4-game winning streak snapped last week when they played Washington in Seattle. So they're now 10-6, but they're 4-1 in Pac-12 play.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you see U of A, lose 2 games. They usually lose 2 games maybe every 3 or 4 months. But to lose to Washington State to Wazoo, you kind of go, is this team leaking oil already? I mean, they got some struggles. Here they were number 1, 3 weeks ago?
Well,
fell to 10, went to 8. Now they might drop out of the
12.
top.
Yeah,
they might,
and they're going to drop even more. Here's the thing that I have picked up on watching the Wildcats, and I haven't been to a game live, but I've seen several now on television, is that they have moments, but they don't have enough moments right now. In other words, their game is an A game, and then kind of like how I went to hell in a handbasket on this show. So I had 2 hours of solid productivity, and then I hit the dumpster. So that's exactly what happens with Arizona. They have a couple of minutes that are really good, but they have more minutes that are poor, and that has cost them against a team like Washington State.
But you watch them; they're clearly out-talented.
They have more talent, yes.
Talent. So
but Manuch, you can have more talent and still get beat.
But you just sometimes, I think they get caught up in that.
Yes,
and I think what drives a lot of fans, U of A fans, is they get I'm not going to say street ball. They get careless.
Good point.
Turnovers.
Yes.
3-point shots from half court. I mean, I'm being facetious, but I think sometimes you get caught up in how talented you are. You take it for granted. Every once in a while, you got to slow things down. You got to play defense at the end. And I think for the U of A Wildcat team, it's kind of, wow, this is very unusual to see a couple of losses early on in the year, and they're not, and Pac-12 play just started. And all of a sudden, they've lost 2 games last 2 weeks.
Let's stay with Arizona with Jed Fish agreeing to a 7-year deal worth $54.3 million there for Washington as Kalen DeBoer departed to Alabama to replace Nick Saban. $7.75 million per year there for Fish. Reported about, I don't know what his buyout was. I don't think it was that much.
Couldn't have been that much. I mean, if you're only making 3.5 or plus whatever his incentives are, but those will get incorporated into the buyout.
I thought for sure. I told you guys in hour number one when I first saw the headline, I just saw Washington. I'm like, oh, he's going to the Commanders. I mean, the guy spent time with the Ravens, Texans, Seahawks, Broncos, Jags, Rams, Patriots. That was the guy I thought, okay, I can see an NFL job for him.
He was a perennial NFL assistant there for many, many years, and for him to come out of the pro ranks to take the job at U of A, because a lot of guys didn't want that job at U of A. And I think if Jed Fish said, hey, look, if I'm going to make that move to where I can go be a head coach, go through U of A, and then now he goes to UW, and if he does successful there, my question is very much like Jim Harbaugh is, okay, I was in the NFL. He was an assistant, Harbaugh head coach.
Right.
Come to in Michigan, go ahead and do my thing there. Now, does he go back to the Chargers or not? We don't know. But maybe Jed is to go and conquer the college realm and then maybe get back if that's the other scenario he wants to, cure like a Jim Harbaugh, then maybe he's got to take a step back, win the college game, then go back to the pros. It'd be interesting to see how he goes that route.
It's just unfortunate, for Arizona fans. You are on an emotional high. You had a 7-game winning streak at the end of the season. You win the Alamo Bowl. You take care of business with Oklahoma. Some said if they were invited into the college football playoff, if it had to 12 teams, they were so hot at the end.
Sure.
A team like that could have gone into the playoffs. I don't know if you could beat a Georgia or a Michigan, but you don't know. I don't think anybody saw them making a statement like they did the end of the season. With
They were very exciting. They were extremely well coached. Plus, they hit on something when they made the quarterback change to Fafita, and we've had that discussion a lot because that kid is a flat-out baller and doesn't make the big mistake like the other QB did. So from that aspect, I don't blame, I guess, Arizona fans for being so upset that he just upped and just jumped right away. But the money, Rock, that you talked about, he can't turn that down.
Well, the fans can't blame him either, Jimmy.
They can't. But they're upset that he just upped and left, where we all know Arizona, the university, has all kinds of financial problems. They could not offer up more money to try to keep him. And so he literally had no choice in the matter.
Well, he doubled his salary, but on top of that, I think what you're saying, Jimmy, they can't match a lot of NIL.
There you go.
Information with their collective with so many teams, so many players coming and going.
Real quick, I want to squeeze this in. I know we're about a month away from Super Bowl 58, so it's time for some predictions. And a little over 6,000 Americans were polled the other day on which teams they want to win and who they think will win. Now, 35% of the Americans said they don't care who wins. 9% say they're not sure who they want to win. But here are the 5 most popular teams. Number 1. The Dallas Cowboys. How'd that work out?
So much for that.
Yeah. Followed by the Detroit Lions.
Oh, I could see that.
And then there was a tie with the Chiefs and 49ers, and then Ravens, Bills, Packers, Rams, and Dolphins were all on the bottom. But now, as far as which team people think will win, 47% aren't sure. But here are the 5 fan favorites. Ravens and 49ers are number 1 at 8%. Followed by Chiefs 6, Cowboys 5th, or 5%, and then Lions and Rams are at 4. So, again, February 11th here at Casino Arizona. The game's on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Damn, Cowboys blew it again. Oh, it's that every blue moon and every blue Monday. Cowboys shouldn't be at the forefront. It is a blue Monday. I just you watch them and you think back, okay, was there any telltale signs that this team, because they went on the road, they struggled with winning teams. They did. They lost, but they're undefeated at home. And I think their victory margin at home was it 14 or 15 at home?
Yeah.
So you got to have that accountability. And this team coming to the playoffs was hitting supposedly on all cylinders. So the Packers come in limping into the playoffs. Well, I should say that. They had to win their last 6 games in order to make the playoffs. And guys, we've talked about this. Sometimes there's something to that. A team that's playoff has to win is in a playoff mode for 4 or 5, 6 weeks because they come out ready to play. They're dialed in. where the Cowboys are kind of fat, dumb, and happy going, well, they're coming to our place, and we should be able to take care of business, where the Packers are going, no way.
Did the Detroit Lions, despite the fact that they ended up losing that game on the officials' screw-up,
awful,
did the Detroit Lions give the blueprint to Green Bay?
I think they did. I think several teams, when you look at that, I mean, Detroit, for all intents and purposes, had control of that game.
They did.
And speaking of Detroit, talking about a motivational tool for them heading into the playoffs, and Dan Campbell said, hey, what a phenomenal victory. And I liked his post-game speech. I don't know if you guys saw this. He's passing out game balls and gave one to the general manager, number one. And number two, he goes, and for a team that didn't want him, we wanted him, and he threw the ball to Jared Goff.
Right.
Classic Dan Campbell comments.
Hey, Rudy Carpenter will join us next, get his thoughts on the quarterback he liked the most from this weekend. And then Doug Plank in 15 minutes. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B right here on Fox Sports 910.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
Once again, a bad wreck southeast of the valley has closed. Westbound 10 around Casablanca Road. Yeah, crash has closed 10 westbound approaching SR 587. There's a crash northbound 101 at the baseline off-ramp and southbound 101 at the off-ramp at Chandler Boulevard.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print Big Sale means the more you print, the more you save. Get $20 off your print purchase of $100 or more, $50 off your print purchase of $200 or more, and $100 off your print purchase of $300 or more. Ends 2/10/24. See staples.com/print for details. Print more, save more at Staples.
Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 150,000 injured people recover billions of dollars for their injuries and over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone. What does that mean to you when you're looking for an attorney to handle your personal injury case? That means that Lerner Rowe is a law firm that not only has experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which attorneys won't put up a fight. When you call us, we call them, and they know they have to pay.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the scenic views stick around after the sun sets, and your favorite cocktails keep you company long after overtime. Where else can you unwind with bourbon and late-night bites? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
A homeowner just like you decides to fix his roof.
Okay.
He backs up his truck, ties one end of the rope to the bumper and the other to himself.
Smart.
He's working on the backside of the roof until...
What? Wait, no.
Yes, Dad was in tow.
Ooh, was he hurt?
A few bruises and his pride.
Save yourself with State 48 Roofing, offering maintenance, repairs, and replacements. Of course, licensed, insured, and bonded. From residential to commercial. State48roofing.com.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. Locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of Game Day.
At Progressive, we love sports and saving you money, so we bundled them together.
It's 40 love here in the third set.
And there's the bell. She's coming off the bench hot, looking for a quick knockdown. But wait, she's driving to the hoop. Oh, down goes the champ. Now that's another double fault. She'll be shooting too. The serve is up, and here comes the left hook. She's bundled her home and auto insurance with Progressive. Swish, ace, savings, TKO.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
An upset-filled week of college men's basketball led to a massive shakeup in the USA Today Coaches Bowl. UConn is now the nation's top team, followed by Purdue, North Carolina, Kansas, and Houston. Arizona dropped 5 to 13th. On the football side, running back Jonah Coleman entered the transfer portal. The NFL wildcard weekend concludes tonight as the Eagles battle the Bucs. DraftKings line is Philly favored by 3. I'm Frank Aaron.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The versatile EQB.
Quarterback, who, by the way, went 3-1 against that team in Tucson.
Carpenter going to go up with time, steps up, looks end zone, got a man, McGahee, touchdown!
Rudy Carpenter threw that right into the teeth, into the strength of the Wildcat defense.
Rudy Carpenter, now on Roc and Manuch on Fox Sports 910, on FM at 99.9 HD2.
We're going to rely on our corners and our secondary to come through time and time again, but they can't keep letting Aaron Jones run this down their face.
Fake it to him here. Love, back foot, has a man wide open. It's going to be caught by Musgrave, racing towards the end zone. He is in.
It was all about the quarterbacks for Wild Card Weekend, as all four had huge games. Joining us now, Rudy Carpenter, to discuss the quarterbacks. Hey, Rudy, if you had to pick the top quarterback of the four, which one would you have gone with? Who had the best? Who had the best performance in your mind of the four?
Wow, that's a really tough question.
Starting you off, a tough one.
That might be too difficult. I guess what I would say is I really enjoyed the Rams-Lions game because both of those guys played really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford was on fire for the majority of the game. Jared Goff played really well. I thought it was a really, really clean football game. But I mean, look, Jordan Love played outstanding, and I don't think that people thought he was going to play that well on the road against the Dallas Cowboys. It's a young football team, and you know, obviously what Pat Mahomes did in that super cold weather is really important too. I mean, look, I don't think people really understand how hard it is to throw the ball when you can't feel your hands. You know, and I mean, it was good football by everybody all the way around. But I'm going to go with Jared Goff and Stafford combined.
You know, it's interesting you talked about, you know, the difficulty of throwing that cold ball in that weather. And I'm like, guys, impressed with Mahomes. Not big number, very efficient numbers. He had the ball under control, I felt. A lot of the passes, putting guys out front. Kelsey, again, having trouble catching it. But I got to tell you what, watching the growth of Jordan Love, getting confident with what he's seeing, get confident and relaxed with the offense. And then some of the throws he made, Rudy, some of the off-platform throws or, you know, some of the accuracy shots that he made really impressed me on a consistent basis in that Dallas game.
You're not going to hear me argue that point. You know, obviously he played tremendous, and I was a little perplexed about just how they had guys just running wide open all over the field. You know, there was, I don't want to sound like a hater and take anything away from Jordan Love because he played fantastic, but you know, there was a couple plays there where, I mean, you could have punted the ball out there to the guy and it would have been considered a good enough throw because the guy was just wide open. You know what I mean? And you know, again, I don't want to sound as if I'm hating on Jordan Love because he obviously played fantastic, but they did something schematically, you know, that really, really fooled the Dallas Cowboys defense. I mean, that big, long touchdown to Luke Musgrave was a good example. I mean, is that a quote unquote trick play? I mean, I guess, but it's really a play that most teams run where you just make it look like a play action pass and you kind of show your tight end down blocking, and then he escapes out the back end and runs like a backdoor rail route up the sideline. it's not like one of those plays that's like, oh my gosh, what an incredible tricky scheme they just did right there. And he was wide open by like 50 yards. So again, I don't want to take anything away from Love. He played great. I thought what was interesting is the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody made a big deal, including myself, all week about how cold it was going to be and how difficult it's going to be to throw the football. And Mahomes already, his guys haven't been playing great, really all year. His wideouts I'm talking about. And they came out from the very first snap, throwing the ball all down the field. And to me, it kind of made me feel like both Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes wanted to come out from the jump and show the Miami Dolphins from a warm weather state where that weather was going to be shocking to them. Like, look, not only are we going to come out here and handle the weather, but we're going to come out here and handle the weather and do it our way of attacking with the pass game down the field and show you we're not afraid to do it. Can you guys match us throwing the football, which is what, the Miami Dolphins have been great at doing all year long, which is throwing the ball down the field.
All right, so then take me to Tua and the Dolphins, and they all looked like they were in an ice box. They were all frozen to death.
Slow motion.
Yep, they were. Is Tua then, in your estimation, just a warm weather QB, and all conditions have to be right for him in order to be effective, or I'm not seeing this correctly?
Look, I don't want to say that. He's played games before when it was really cold where, he's done a good job. Again, I think one of the big issues here is, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes on the offensive side of the ball, along with guys like Chris Jones and L'Jarius Sneed and some of the other players they got on defense. They've Nick Bolton, they've been there and done that as far as the playoffs go and playing in cold weather. The Kansas City Chiefs have been here before, and there's a lot of veteran teams like the Kansas City Chiefs whose viewpoint is, who cares what the regular season record is? Just get us in the playoffs and let our veteran players, let our veteran coach, let our all-star $50 million a year type players go give us a chance to win one game each week. And to me, that was more what it was like. Tua was, I think he was 20 for 39. Patrick Mahomes was 23 for 41. So from a completion percentage standpoint, it wasn't like they were too far off. Just the touchdown throws, obviously, and the explosive plays were a big deal.
Hey, Rudy, before we let you go, I know you got an inside track on a lot of stuff in college football. Have you heard of any names down in Tucson to replace Jedd Fisch?
I haven't. I wouldn't be surprised if, based on some of the financial issues University of Arizona has had, plus their lack of success, along with the success of Jedd Fisch, I could see them trying to snag somebody off of that coaching staff. Maybe, a guy like Brennan Carroll, who has the lineage of his dad and, has been a part of really big time football teams, et cetera, et cetera. But look, I'm just throwing names out there.
Sure. Rudy, as always, buddy, thanks for jumping on with us today.
All right, guys.
That's Rudy Carpenter joining us as he does each and every Monday. You can follow him on Twitter at Rudy G Carp 12 on Twitter or X. Coming up, we're going to catch up with former Chicago Bears safety Doug Plank, get his thoughts on the two upsets with Green Bay and Houston, and see who he likes in tonight's Philly game. That's next. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Arizona football on the search for another head coach after Jedd Fisch accepted the Washington coaching job. Running back Jonah Coleman entered the transfer portal. Arizona men's hoops dropped 5 spots. They're now 13th in the new USA Today coaches poll. GCU received 34 votes. The Cardinals have the Texas draft pick in the 2024 draft. They'll pick at least 25th or lower after Houston beat the Browns on Saturday. And the Diamondbacks have agreed to terms with a pair of Dominican Republic outfielders in Adriel Rodney and Belfi Rivera to start the 2024 international signing period. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910. Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker. For tonight, we'll see decreasing clouds with those temperatures dipping down to around 40 degrees, but then warming up as we head into your Tuesday. Mostly sunny skies with temperatures right around 70 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Farm Bureau Financial Services.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we'll help you bundle your auto and home coverage, saving you money and time. Find us at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Collins over to Lance for three. Bullseye! Join the action at Desert Financial Arena and catch ASU's final home matchups with UCLA and USC as Pac-12 conference foes. First up, UCLA, Wednesday, January 17th at 7 p.m., followed by USC Saturday, January 20th at 12 noon. Get your tickets today, 480-965-5812, or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
It's Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing and your sexy status roof guy on Instagram and Facebook. Lesser roofers cut corners, cobbling together patchwork roofs to meet a budget, not State 48 Roofing. Give us a call today for your maintenance, repair, or full replacement needs.
Hey, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B continue to grow. First, it was the Roc and Manuch cheesesteak, then the Roc and Manuch lager and amber beers. Now they have taken it to another level with a secret football menu with special pricing at BKD's Backyard Joint in Chandler. This is how it works. Make plans to watch all the football games at BKD's Backyard Joint. Every Sunday after 3 p.m., our secret menu is available, but you need to ask for it. Just say you want the secret Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B football menu. And while you're there, be sure to say hi to our buddy Kelly Cooper, the owner of BKD's Backyard Joint. It's a perfect place in Chandler to watch all the games, including college hoops. They have 37 TVs with as many as 14 different games going at the same time. Plus, they love showing all of our home team games. So ask for the Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's secret menu this Sunday after 3. That's BKD's Backyard Joint, located at Pecos and McQueen in Chandler.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of Game Day.
Let the experts at Level 5 Lighting, all-in-one exterior permanent LED lighting, brighten up your world. Take advantage of this month's special offer, 12 months of no-interest financing. For details, go to level5lighting.com to request a free quote. That's level5lighting.com.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
The only place you're going to find 3 10-foot screens with games on full volume in 3 separate rooms, all in the same bar.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
With dozens more big screens. You'll find every game you're looking for only at Duke's, because there's only one Duke's. Voted best sports bar by New Times.
Duke's on Miller and McDowell.
Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, darts, karaoke and trivia nights. 3 huge patios on the Greenbelt, all doggy friendly.
Where Duke's? Where Duke's? Miller and McDowell.
Talking Brock Bowers over there.
Is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, and
he's what everybody wants Kyle Pitts to be.
Customers can bet just $5 to get $200
$200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SPORTS.
He's there, by the way.
Is yours. 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
68 hours
Don't do that.
for issuance. Eligibility.
Don't do that.
Deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
Back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, broadcasting live from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona is a sports fan's paradise. You are locked in to Fox Sports 910, live from CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona.
Meant for mornings. The Drive with Jody Ayler. Listen tomorrow, 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
Only has one catch on 4 targets. 2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage.
You're hot.
Oh, that was Love. Or, I should say that was Savage. That was pick 6. Thanks to Dak Prescott for that highlight. Joining us now is former Chicago Bears safety and an alumnus of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Doug Plank joins us now on the right to the guest line here on Fox Sports 910. Doug, it's Roc along with Manuch, Jimmy B. How you making out? Happy New Year.
Boy, you guys are ganging up on me here. I don't know. Hey, listen, this is some exciting stuff we're watching. I know your team may not be winning, but this is dramatic football. I mean, these are great plays, and it's astounding just some of the surprises today.
Doug, what was your favorite game over the weekend?
I think that one between Dallas. I mean, Dallas has been although they weren't in our conference, playing for Chicago, they were always a team that, you had to go to the playoffs for them every year. And, we never beat them in any playoff situation. We never beat them in any, especially at home. They were like incredibly tough. They didn't make mistakes. That's what makes this game today so incredible. The streak is broken. The fact that, they're being, playing the wild card and then still looking like they did. I don't have any explanation for it.
Well, I was going to say, Doug, a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans would love an explanation for what didn't happen. But when you watched Green Bay and how they struggled the first half of the year, and then they went 6 out of 7 games just to get in to the playoffs as a 7 seed, isn't there a lot to be said about those teams that have had to fight for their playoff lives week in and week out? Once they get to the playoffs, they're already seasoned or conditioned that way mentally?
Dan, I think you hit it right on the head. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's how these teams are judged. And you look at the Green Bay Packers, oh my gosh, what a team. Just looking at the records, before and after, the start of the season, finishing up at the end. Jordan Love halfway through had 21 touchdowns, 1 interception. Last 9 games, 71%. I mean, he was playing at an incredible high. And you just look at where their team was, and what they became at the end. It's an incredible. I just give so much credit to them. Just watching this game, I've never seen in playoffs. I've never seen receivers open this much.
Yes.
Nobody around them, 5-10 yards. The running backs just running over defenders. I think this is the first time that a first place team in the playoffs has lost to a wild card. And it's incredible. It's so much fun to watch football this weekend.
Doug, I want to pick your brain a little bit, being a former guy that was in the defensive backfield for the Bears. Generally, when you get a rookie quarterback, normally the experienced guys are going to come out on top. That was not the case in the Houston-Cleveland game. How good, in your estimation, is C.J. Stroud? And how were they able, meaning the Texans, to pick apart Cleveland's defense?
When you I have to agree with you. I think from a quarterback standpoint, I don't want to say he's my favorite, Dan. Probably better to speak on that topic. But for a young quarterback to have the skills that he has, not only in throwing the football, with the accuracy and quickness, he just seems like he's totally controlled. The other thing, too, is you can tell that's the team following the quarterback. And, this isn't a surprise. I mean, this guy has been doing this all through this season. And, why would the playoffs be any different? He just came out. He was spectacular. I mean, I guess I don't want to overuse the word, but these games, these last couple days, they've been spectacular. There's been players in those games that are playing, way, way above everybody else, and certainly he's one of them.
Doug, and on top of that, when you look at all these quarterbacks, every one of them that play, maybe except for Goff, are dual threat quarterbacks. So you just talked about the running game coming out strong, but also as a dual threat quarterback for all, let's say 3 out of the 4 that won. How much of a pain is that as far as prepping for some of these games from that defense that Jimmy alluded to from near safety spot?
It's really difficult, Dan, especially at the safety position, because a lot of times you have a big responsibility. You're in the middle of the field. You're supposed to help out the cornerbacks, but you have to have spectacular play. But here's one time. I remember being coached in Chicago by a defensive backfield coach, and he said, "We are here to pick up on the offensive mistakes." He said, "If they run a play perfectly, we can't stop them." And I think that's what you're seeing this weekend, Dan. You're seeing some plays that were performed perfectly. Some of those slam patterns, the receptions by the receivers, it was. I just astounded. I was watching this, trying to put myself in the free safety position. What would I have done? What would I be going for the ball or trying to make the tackle? And I think in all those cases, those were just spectacular plays that were going to work no matter who was going to be on defense.
Doug Plank is our guest on the Wright Toyota guest line. Okay, let me follow up then with what was the best game last night, and that was the Detroit Rams game. Doug, in your estimation, was in the way that Detroit took care of business in that first half, 3 consecutive drives getting points on the board, and then the Rams at halftime defensively made great adjustments and held them to 3 points. Is, in your estimation, as a defensive guy, one of the better defensive coaching jobs that you have seen?
I think the way that they slowed the Lions down the second half, I thought that was pretty spectacular. At the same time, when you start looking at what team has leads, to some degree, the defense is going to play softer on the teams with the lead. And I think you saw that even in this Dallas game. The defensive players, they were more cautious. They were playing it safer. I was not crazy. I felt a tear in my eye socket at the end of that game for Detroit. You know what? I realized just what they had just done, and the unbelievable joy to a city that needed it, like Detroit does more than I don't care any other country or city in this country. I was just so proud to watch them, and because they were losers when I was playing in Chicago, and it's just so great. And especially to win the way they did. It wasn't an easy game to play. But that team, the changes that they made, the coaching staff, the players, that whole organization, boy, I felt like running on the field and hugging somebody. Because it looked like a college game, like winning a Rose Bowl or national championship. They were that excited about winning that football game.
Doug, as we let you go, Buffalo's up 21-0 with 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. But for tonight's Eagles-Bucks game, who do you like?
It's hard to. I would say right off the bat, Eagles. But you know what? They've scared me a couple times the last couple of weeks. I don't know who they are. Honestly, if that team shows up, then they're going to lose. If the team that shows up that can move the ball, move all 22 players on the field simultaneously down the field, then the Eagles are going to win. But I just think that, you got to give some credit, to their opposition too. I mean, that team has fought hard all season long, to get in the playoffs. And, but it's hard to go against the Eagles just because of the experience they've had in the playoffs. And I'll go with the Eagles.
All right, I hope you're right. Doug, thanks for jumping on with us today. We appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
That's Doug Plank. You can follow him on Twitter or X, Doug Plank 46, of course. This is Buddy Ryan 46 defense named after Doug Plank. Coming up, Well, first of all, he is brought to you today by the Sportsbook where we are at today in Casino, Arizona, the CAZ Sportsbook. It's a sports fan's paradise. Bet the game, watch the game, the Sportsbook here at the CAZ Sports Bar. They got 3 live betting windows, 6 self-service betting kiosks, plus 8 screens displaying all the betting lines. So check it out for yourself. Open daily from 8 to 11. Coming up, we'll tell you what's on tap tonight, plus the results of our State 48 Roofing It's Your Call of the day, and we'll squeeze in a little football at 50 as well. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear.
This is The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
Patrick Mahomes does not belong on the Pro Bowl this year. That doesn't mean his career doesn't matter. And oh my God, what disrespect. How can you say Patrick Mahomes not an All-Pro? He hasn't been an All-Pro all year.
With Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Today at 5, tell your smart speaker to play Fox Sports 910.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
I-10 eastbound near Litchfield Road. We have an accident sitting off to the right. Also a crash 17 northbound near Union Hills Drive. We also have an accident. This is Bell Road at Eastham Parkway.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
If you haven't tried G2G protein bars, today is the day. Find them in your local Costco's refrigerated section or online at g2gbar.com. Incredible taste and packed with protein. They are perfect for your on-the-go lifestyle. Check them out today.
Whether you're driving for distance, pitching for precision, or putting to win it all, come to Vans Golf Shop to get custom fit for all your clubs throughout your bag. Hit a few balls and let our team show you the latest swing technology and data that will help optimize your game. Having each club tailored to become your gamers will help you start shooting lower scores. Let Vans Golf Shops help you make every shot the perfect one. Come in and get custom fit today. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
The big one is almost here, and the only place year after year to watch it is in the showroom in Casino, Arizona. The team at Fox Sports 910 will be giving away the cash just for watching the big game, as this year marks our 25th consecutive season hosting the game of the year. You can win your share of all the cash prizes, as it's the return of our kickoff jackpot that will be over $3,000. Plus, you receive free $25 squares along with a chance at winning $100 propositions. Doors open at 3, but space is limited, so it's first come, first serve. And for this year, you'll be able to wager, watch, and win with the new Casino Arizona Sportsbook. Don't be shut out. Just be 21 or older and be present in the showroom at Casino Arizona. This is the only way to watch the big game. Full-service lounges, great game menus, and tons of ways to win cash. It's Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.S. Big Game Viewing Party in the showroom at Casino Arizona.
Looking for a change in your career? All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings now available in customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278.
When you use your electric vehicle in autopilot or self-driving mode, accidents can still happen. Whether you're considered at fault or not, you may still have a claim. Lerner & Rowe has a dedicated team skilled in this new science. We are the first law firm in America with the ability to review the proprietary software and hold electric vehicle manufacturers responsible. If you or a loved one were injured in an electric vehicle accident, call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Mason's football game is about to start. How am I going to cheer him on with this sore throat?
Here, try these.
Mucinex Instasooth drops?
Yeah, Instasooth sore throat medicated drops provide rapid relief that lasts and lasts.
Go, Mason! Yeah! Woo!
Sounds like they're starting to work. Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat medicated drops.
Yeah!
Uniquely formulated for rapid relief that lasts and lasts. Buy now at your favorite retailer.
In fact, I've turned the game off here in the studio.
You're in that forward.
Coach, you sure you don't want me to take over? It seemed like you weren't feeling too good earlier.
I'm feeling better.
No cough or chest congestion?
Took Mucinex Kickstart.
No more headache?
Nope.
Fever? Body pain?
I'm back in the game.
New Mucinex Kickstart gives all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation.
That's it, Jenny. Take the shot.
With Mucinex Kickstart, it's not cold and flu season, it's comeback season. Buy Mucinex Kickstart now at your favorite retailer. Use as directed.
Let's get ready for football!
It's Football at 50, the latest top football story trending this hour. Right here with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910 and the iHeartRadio app.
Well, with Jedd Fisch leaving Arizona to head up to Washington to coach the Huskies, the offensive coordinator, the current one, Brendan Carroll, is right now seems to be the top of the list. And what the speculation is, if he does get the job, then his dad, Pete, will join him in Arizona. That is the latest.
He'd be the defensive. He'd be the DC for the U of A Wildcats. How about that?
Just be one of those freaking analysts.
Yeah. No, well, Pete would want to be hands-on.
Oh, I just hire Pete.
You know what?
Just hire Pete.
Well, I think
the guy's coached all over the place.
Here's his son. He's probably thinking, "Hey, son, you take it. Let me come in and run your defense," because that's Pete. He just got that enthusiasm and energy.
But why
to come in?
But why wouldn't Jedd take Carroll with him to Seattle?
Well, you know what?
Right?
Because
you
get
take most of your coaches with you.
Well, if Carroll stays behind, he'll make more as a head coach, number one.
Yeah.
And then he'll have his opportunity to finally get that head coaching opportunity.
Be a head coach. Yeah.
And if he brought his dad in, that being Pete Carroll, to run the defense, you have a solid scheme.
Oh, sure.
Now it's just a matter of what players you get. And then for young Carroll Jr., he's the kind of guy that, all right, this is my chance. And why wouldn't you? Because they can't go out and get a top-notch coach because of their budget issues to pay a guy. And I'm not going to say get Carroll Jr. on the cheap, but if you get him at $2.5-3 million plus incentives, it's a lot more than the going price for top coaches at their $5 million.
So his background, Brennan, he was a graduate assistant at USC. Then he was tight ends coach there for 5 years. Then he goes to Miami and he does tight ends, wide receivers. Then he was the offensive line coach for the Seattle Seahawks for 4 years, the run game coordinator, and then he got down to Arizona.
I think that's probably the natural hire.
Wait a second.
From that,
He's more. He's been. I don't know if this is accurate. He is now the offensive coordinator for the Washington Huskies.
Oh, he did bring him along then.
At least if that's. I'm not going to take Wikipedia as a Bible here, but right now it just showed it. Unless I refreshed.
Wow.
Unless it just happened, he's literally listed as. Can you find that, Jax?
He's looking right now.
If that is the case, that he has already been named the OC at Washington,
and then maybe his dad is named the DC at Washington. That being Pete Carroll, because they're both up there in Seattle. Hey, Dad, or Jed going to, hey, Pete, I'm coming up. Your son's coming up to run the offense. Would you mind coming over to Seattle to be the defensive coordinator?
So it came down that Arizona's entire offensive coaching staff is on a plane to Seattle, including Brendan Carroll and their strength coach. Nothing's set yet, but they said they should meet with Jedd Fisch tonight.
Well, it's set on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. You
That's
should see
the Bible, man.
Yeah, if you go to Wikipedia right now, you pull up Dan Manucci, and it says all-pro quarterback.
Right, man.
Yes, all-pro quarterback.
A few more completions than I remember.
You're like, wow. All right, let's get to what's on tap tonight. It is Eagles and Bucks at 6:15. That's on ABC 15 and ESPN right now. Steelers and Bills, 2-minute warning of the first half. It's 21-0 Buffalo. Nothing local. Tomorrow, the Suns will host the Kings. Flames will host the Coyotes.
No, they're on the road. Oh, Flames, yes. Yep. Gotcha.
All right, guys, go to our State 48 Roofing. It's your call. Question of the day.
Gotcha.
I think
there,
it's unanimous.
Jimmy. That's how sharp you are today.
Yeah.
The fact that you caught that.
I
you
did.
caught yourself.
I did.
That made up for the start of this
I'm
hour.
on freaking fire.
You really are, man. If I were you, I'd put some money in the machines. Do some gambling here.
And don't go to bed either, Jimmy. Stay up.
Wait for tomorrow at El Bandito Tuesday at Barrio, Quayne and Gilbert.
What was the biggest upset in this weekend's NFL wildcard weekend? Just go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter. Was it Houston over Cleveland? Was it Green Bay over Dallas? Basically, overwhelmingly, Green Bay over Dallas, 83 1/3%, and Houston over Cleveland, 16.7%. Guys, would you consider that one of the biggest playoff losses of all time? The wild card 7 seed beating a number 3 seed.
Well, it hasn't happened since they expanded wild card.
Yeah, right. Expanded. But I mean,
there's we get on this day. It was like 33-3. I mentioned earlier. Jacksonville over the Giants or something like that.
Yeah, that might have been. And there's also
it was 49ers over the Giants in '94, 44-3.
And there was also, I remember when Jacksonville beat the Broncos in the first game when the Broncos had the bye. Jacksonville came in and beat a 13-3 Denver Broncos team in Denver when Mike Shanahan, the head coach of the Broncos, gave them like 3 weeks off. Basically, they had almost close to a month off when the starters didn't play. I think in the last 2 games, they had the week off. They almost had 2 weeks. It was almost a month. And then Mark Brunell led Jacksonville Jaguars.
Good one there with Mark Brunell.
Brought him into Denver, the old Mile High, and beat him on the road.
Hey, tomorrow we will be out at Barrio, Queen for our El Bandino Yankee Tequila Tuesday. We'll be at the Gilbert location, one of the nicer locations there. So come on out and join us and take advantage of Taco Tuesday. So looking forward to that.
We'll catch up with Kyle Vandenbosch will join us. Kyle Dodd, the color analyst for your Sun Devils, give us a preview of Wednesday's game. And then Bob McManaman, some of the latest goings-on with the Cardinals in the National Football League.
I can't keep track of this Pac-12 basketball. You know, you're so used to, you play the Washington schools, you play the Arizona schools, a Thursday, Saturday, maybe a Thursday, Sunday. Now it's a Wednesday UCLA and then a Saturday USC game.
Here's the thing, Rock. You're not going to have to keep track of it after this season.
Yeah, you're right.
1 minute.
So
again, you are so on it today, Jimmy.
Jimmy, just take the
Hey, Shu, as we go to break or end the show today, what kind of grade you giving Jimmy today?
This is an excellent performance.
It really is.
And I will tell you, I'm a little nervous that now he's going to have 2 more days without you. He's going to try to stack multiple performances together. That concerns me a little bit. But we'll see. We've got, he's got 3 more shows this week. Let's see if he can just continue to ride. Listen, we'll ride the hot hand. We're going to burn this thing, the rubber off this car till it falls off, baby. Okay.
Definitely an Emmy week ahead of Jimmy.
Yes,
You started off good. But,
boy, Jimmy.
Hey, come on out here, CAZ Sports Bar, to watch all the games all week. But tonight, of course, you got the Buffalo game on right now. It is a Buffalo game. They're up 21-0. But Eagles and Bucks at 6:30. We'll do it again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If you missed anything, go to rockandmanuch.com. Have a good night.